Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nuuli Forged. We're back. It's been 2 weeks. Hello, everyone.
I was wondering where y'all were.
Yeah, I was here the whole time. We are back. We missed you all very much. Unfortunately, Sarah, who plays our druid Olive, cannot be here today. And Mike, who plays Defect, is running a few minutes behind, but he will be here shortly, and all will be well. I've got it. Welcome back. Thanks for the love. You're always here, and we always love you for it. Best mod ever. So, welcome to Newly Forged. My name is Jared. I'm the Dungeon Master, and with me are 3 out of 5 of my glorious misfits here, who all are brave enough to play this game with me. We are a 5e homebrew tabletop, virtual tabletop D&D stream, where we play in the world of Newly, which came out of my brain, and these people are brave enough to venture into that dank, dark, twisted landscape. So,
Way to
congratulations.
sell it.
Yeah, right? It's all good. It's all gravy. And a special welcome back and happy Pride to the entire LGBTQ plus family. Because it's June here in the U.S. Well, I guess it's June everywhere, but in the U.S. at least that is Pride Month. So, good job. Yeah. I don't know. It's been a couple weeks. I need to get back into it. So we're going to go around. We're going to introduce ourselves and our characters. And I would like somebody to roll a D100 for me to get things rolling here. Dust off the old roll machine.
34.
Ooh.
34 is better. That's good.
Yeah, yeah,
Is
yeah.
it? Is it better?
Yeah.
Should we all roll and take the
That's
lowest?
my
and see?
age. It's definitely better.
Okay, this one could be interesting.
Oh no.
Fuck.
What does
Amber.
your... So introduce yourself, your character, and tell me, what does your character admire and dislike the most about the character sitting to your left? Since you are not really at a table, we're going to go off of the screen position. So,
Who's screen position?
mine. So, Greg, you will answer that question about Nereus. Nereus, you will answer it about Spoot. Spoot, you will answer it about Greg, because Defect is not here yet.
And then we all talk shit about Defect when he
Absolutely. That is the price of being late. 100%. So, now that you've had all of 0.5 seconds to think about the answers to those questions, we're going to start off with our introductions over with Amber. Right down there. Nope,
Oh, hi
right
there.
down there.
I'm down here.
We're down there.
My name is Amber. Down here. Right
Yeah.
here.
Right there.
Here or over there.
I'm looking at you
My
right now.
screen, you're right there.
Oh,
Right,
and
right.
actually, here comes.
Oh no, everything is disrupted.
Yeah, here he comes. Coming in
Where
hot.
did Amber go?
Oh
There
no,
goes
it's
the
chaos.
Where am I? I don't am I over there? Or am I here? Am I there?
You're right there. There?
There?
Right
Over
there.
there? Over where? Over where? All right, here we go. Hey!
No, you're left.
He's just in time.
For the question, huh?
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's for the question. I
Yes,
knew it.
yes, it is.
All right. Hit me. What's the question?
All right.
Whoa.
The question is, my dear Mike, well, now that you've arrived, we're gonna have to redo the whole thing. Introduce yourself, your character, and tell us what your character both admires and dislikes the most, and the character to your left, which in your case would be Greg. In Greg's case would be Nereus. In Nereus's case would be Spoot, and in Spoot's case would be Defect.
The circle is complete.
Okay. Interesting.
Indeed.
So, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We're going to start. Greg was going to start us off here, so take it away, Amber.
All right, cool. That's still me.
Yes.
I'm still Amber. I play Greg, the Goblin Artificer, and that Nereus dude does some weird, windy, stormy magic. That is some cool stuff. Also, bunch of fancy pants. Why you guys gotta be clean? There you go.
Nice. I dig it.
Cleanliness, disgusting.
Glorious. Moving right along to Tanner.
Hi, I'm Tanner. I'm playing Nereus, the Azamar sorcerer. I almost said human sorcerer. Uh, and something Nereus admires about Spoot would probably be his willingness to just throw things in the faith of a god. Instead of like taking matters into his own hands. Something he dislikes about Spoot would probably be along the lines of the same thing.
I know for a second I was like, wait, are we talking about the positive or the negative?
It's the double-edged sword. It's both admirable and annoying.
Fair.
Yeah. Clerics, am I right?
Yeah.
And hopping on up then to Matt.
Hi, I'm Two Matt. I'm playing Spoot tonight, and I am talking about defect.
Yeah.
Spoot's a total cleric, by the way. That's the thing I was supposed to add. Oh, what do I admire most about defect?
Let me
What?
count the waves.
Yeah, what is there not to like? He is strong. Well, okay, I gotta pick one. I think I admire that despite his like rough and strong outer appearance, he has a really he does have a sensitive side and is very intelligent and is not doesn't shy away from that, and has opened up about it.
Cool.
The thing that I probably, if I had to pick something that I didn't like about Defect coming from Spoot's perspective, Spoot probably gets a little worried about his willingness to ash things.
Fair. To
Very
turn
fair. I get that.
sentient humanoids into dust. Yes. Understood, Spoot.
Not that Spoot's kill count is any less necessarily, but
Right. And just you wait until you get that satisfying dusting. Then you'll understand, Spoot.
Maybe I should lend you the axe. Yeah, maybe I should lend you the axe. Have you
Yeah.
tried
Gosh,
that?
that is a one-way ticket to a death cleric, isn't it?
If only you were proficient with a great axe.
Thank God.
You could take the proficiency, though.
I think if you're a war cleric, you get martial weapons.
Yeah.
Ooh.
A war death cleric. Dun dun dun. Well, great. And I am Jared. I play everybody and everything else. That is not the 5 player characters. As I said earlier, Sarah Olive is not with us tonight. So she will be mostly shadowy and indistinct unless battle happens. And then, in which case, maybe she'll be less shadowy and indistinct.
I'm sorry.
Oh, hey.
Question from the back row.
Yeah.
I think you skipped me.
I totally did. I'm so used to you going first and not used to you going last. So ignore everything I said and save it for later. Mike, it's your turn. Talk to us about you.
Yeah, last and I guess the least is me. I'm Mike.
Never the least. Just I'm forgetful.
Whoops.
I didn't take notes about it.
So I'm Mike. I play Defect Warforged Barbarian. And dear Greg. Greg is the smartest brain I've ever come across. Just pure genius, just oozing out. Awesome. I love it. The thing man. No, there has to be something like Defect would dislike about Greg. You know what? Maybe some of the selfishness of Greg. It kind of rubs off on Defect. He just doesn't like it. I feel Defect feels like Greg can be a little more. What's the word I'm looking for? What's the opposite of selfishness? I can't think.
Generous,
I'm tired.
magnanimous.
Yeah, maybe that.
Altruistic.
Selfless.
Altruistic.
Altruistic, empathetic, empathy,
There you
maybe
go.
some empathy there.
There you go.
There we go, empathy. We're going with that.
That makes perfect sense. The
I
defect
really
is the
like
heart.
selfness.
Yeah.
So, not a shellfish.
Mm,
The heat from
shellfish.
yesterday is like still.
Oh, it's
I
been
know.
miserable.
Girl. Oh.
Yeah.
I was at the beach on Monday.
Yeah.
And I was still tired yesterday, and I went to sleep at 9 p.m. last night, and I woke up at 8:30 a.m. with my alarm. Like, sun-soaked.
Yeah, dude. You were roasted, too.
Yeah. I was
Yeah,
both
you're-
toasted
Whoa,
and
Fumble Folks is rating us with a party of 12 viewers. Fumble Folks, thank you so much for the raid.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
Wow.
so sorry.
You caught us just in time for the recap for what we're getting into. Welcome in if it's your first time here. We are Nuuli Forged. We play a homebrew campaign set in the world of Nuuli, using 5e rules. So thank you for coming in, and we hope you enjoy yourself. Well, that threw me off. I was not expecting that. Fumble Folks, thank you so much. And thank you for bringing in your glorious friends. So, with that, let's dive into Last Time on Nuuli Forged. Last time on Nuuli Forged, the party was able to secure Defect's entry into the arena with an exhibition match. As Defect waited somewhat nervously, Greg occupied themselves with scoping out the layout of the place, with a mind on the potential robbery later that evening. Defect was approached by an old opponent who knocked him out with her polearm once to catch up, and a gnome with a mohawk, a new opponent, seemingly interested in his return. Meanwhile, the rest of the party investigated Defect's odds, which were not very good according to the betting lists, and only Olive placed the bet of a single gold piece upon Defect's victory. The time came, and Defect faced his opponent, which turned out to be the same gnome with a mohawk he had spoken to earlier, one Grimble Hogsbane Tallfeller Blade Swinger, who the crowd seemed to enjoy very much. The match began, and Defect led hard and heavy, driving back the gnome with his overpowering strength. But soon the gnome's elite training started giving him the upper hand, and he seemed to be able to know just where to hit Defect in order to wear him down. The battle dragged on for 5 and then 10 minutes. Defect's rage building and building, but exhaustion finally catching up to him. Grimble used the moment to strike and briefly knocked Defect unconscious. After being declared the winner, Grimble helped Defect to his feet, but soon realized that Defect was extremely depressed over the outcome. And so he called up and said that he forfeit the match. But was told that that wasn't how things worked and that he had already been declared the winner. The match was decided. Afterwards, Grimble approached to apologize for winning, claiming he didn't know it had meant so much to the Arcanaton. During the conversation, he revealed that he was searching for a wizard named Imelod, who he had heard might be able to help him return to his home plane. And Grigg said that they could help. They knew where Imelod was, back in Fey Harbor. So they offered that if he was willing to wait for a moment and see if Olive's latch blade worked, they could send him there. A brief conversation with a panicking party, now very worried that they had 2 very large outstanding debts with Defect's loss, had them reconvening at Grimble's apartment, and he agreed to leave them his winnings if this portal to Fey Harbor worked. A quick message to Seda Malor later, Olive made her first attempt to use the latch blade. The portal opened up without issue, and Seda was able to provide Olive her boule hide armor that had been custom made back in Fey Harbor. And Grim left the group for Fey Harbor itself, a step closer to his home. The party now stands alone in a small gnome-sized apartment with a setting sun and the knowledge that soon an attempted theft will be made against the arena's champion. And so we zoom in through the window of the tiny little gnomish apartment, and we see you all gathered around the portal as it closes, Spoot having just received a message from Seda saying that if he has time and maybe some questions that need to be answered, he could check into the Library of the Knowing Mistress, which is stationed in Winton somewhere. As you are all getting yourselves together, you look at this note that Grimble has left you, and it just simply says, I, Grimble Hogsbane Tallfeller Bladeswinger, leave this group of Defect, Grig, Spoot, Nereus, and Olive all my winnings from the arena based on their aid to secure me a route home. Signed, Grimble Hogsbane Tallfeller Bladeswinger. It is a very rambly note, but that is the gist of it. But you are all in that little apartment. So you at least have that much money, however much it is, which you're not really sure. He estimated maybe 5,000, but he also said he didn't really track it. So only one way to find out is to present the note and claim it.
See what happens.
Yeah. And as you are all kind of thinking about what you're going to do next with the incoming heist that's happening this evening, you begin to hear outside all sorts of people like milling about and kind of excitedly heading in the direction of the arena. From your knowledge of having been there today, you know that the match of the champion is set for sundown. So whatever's going to happen in terms of that, it's going to happen soon.
Right?
And then you hear a knock at the door.
Nobody's home.
Thunk, thunk,
It's been
thunk.
a minute. It's a damn Girl Scout cookies.
Yep. There's another knock.
Go open it.
You don't want to
Is-
detect.
All right, yeah, I'll I'll look at everyone. Everyone's staring at the door. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll open the door. I open the door.
Great. You open the door, and there is a single figure there. You dwarf it immensely. It is approximately a 5 or so foot tall, reddy green-skinned goblin with a very large bulbous nose and an iron crown, kind of skull cap and pointed and shaped. That looks very familiar to all of you. You recognize this as Grask. This is Greg's father.
Ugh.
Well, hello.
Hey, Dad.
Hello. Mind if I come in?
Yes.
Too bad.
I
And he
step aside.
walks right in.
Can we close the door behind him?
I do. Yeah.
So, seems like Defect here didn't win what he was supposed to win, did he now, Grig?
What?
I let you and your little friends walk out of the burrow because you assured me that he would win and return greater profit than the price on both of your heads.
Yeah, usually that's true. I think what we're realizing is that when he fights for money, it's not as bad. He's not as badass. If he was fighting you, he probably would have just killed you.
He's fantastic when fighting for his life.
Well, most
Maybe
people
it's not
generally
worth
are,
it.
I find. There's more incentive in it.
Right. I think that's the problem.
Yes, indeed. But now I'm at a bit of a problem, Grig. Now I not only have to take you both in for the reward, but now you've also forced me to spend money and look foolish in front of the entire family.
What? Why do you have to take us in for the reward? We could still give you money.
Well, how much money do you have?
I don't know. We're gonna go find out.
We did befriend the winner.
The gnome.
Yeah.
How much money did he give you?
We don't know.
We're
We
gonna
gotta go
go
find out.
find out.
Well then, let's take a walk, shall we?
Where?
Do we know where we're going?
You know where, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to
Okay.
turn in that note to the arena cages to get the money. You said he left you the money. I assume it's at the arena, right?
Yeah. But if you walk with us, they're not going to give it to us.
Oh, I'm not going to walk with you. But we're going to take a walk anyway. And he walks back to the door and opens it up and says, "After you all."
Okay.
I walk out sideways,
Yeah.
keeping my eyes on him.
Mm-hmm. Who exits first?
I guess I'll step out, but on my way out, I'll stop by Grig and say, "Hey, just say the word, and I'll."
I wish.
But not that loud. There's like really,
Making eyes
between
at
Grig
me.
and I. And then I'll continue walking out. I'll follow
Cool.
Grig's dad.
Well, he gestured for you all to precede him out. And Defect, as soon as you step out the door, you realize why. Outside in the hallway, you see Grig's brother, Shrek. Oh. Who did we lose?
Nearest is having internet problems.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, sad times.
Nearest disappears.
Oof. Plot twist.
Let's see. Oh,
It's
what's
Nearest
no?
the whole time.
It's the one I didn't have. Great. Here we go. Oh, there we go. All right, we're back. So Defect, you step outside the hall and you see this this reason as to why he is gone, or he is not concerned and had you precede him. You see that Grig's brother Shek is standing in the hallway with his back against a wall, and about 35 much smaller goblins, Shek being almost 5.5 feet tall. He is the largest goblin you've ever seen, and he's taller even than his father, who is big for a goblin.
Mm-hmm.
But where Grask is thin and like lithely muscled, Shek is just massive and bulked out. Looks like he probably does steroids.
Okay.
He would.
But they don't make a move towards me, right? They're just kind of like.
No, they are lining the hall and just staring at you all intently. Without any need of an insight check, you know that they are here to do what needs to be done if they are told to do it.
In such a... Oh, sorry.
They're here to be intimidating and serve purpose.
Hello, Jack.
Hi. Hope you got the money.
I just nod at him and I'll walk down this little runway.
Yep. They don't stop any of you, and you all exit and march your way out.
I figured I'd put myself last so as to put myself between the Goblin King and the rest of us.
Okay, yeah. You're last out. And he shuts the door, and you all exit the building. It takes you a little while, but you get back to the fighting pit, the arena, and you are able to... And as you get there, the crowd has amassed hugely, and each one of you just kind of like intuitively like scans the arena. Defect, I'd like you to make a perception check with advantage for me.
All right. Okay, 20.
Cool. So with a 20, you instinctively look up to that like roof that you had had found the other night that you realized you could see the
Yeah.
entirety of the arena.
Yeah, that's
up,
right.
You look up there, and you do see a figure just kind of standing up there looking down at the arena. It's a small figure, and it is just kind of sitting in what looks to be like a lawn chair watching the arena.
Cool. I'm going to use my eagle eyes to kind of take a closer look at this fella.
It's a gnome, an older gnome with white hair that you have indeed seen before. You recognize this gnome as Prank. The gnome who gave you the information about this possible heist here tonight.
Right.
And he's just sitting on like a lawn chair watching the arena.
Is it just us in this group, or is
there's a crowd around you, and the goblins have like dispersed amongst the crowd, but you know that they are still close by. And Greg's father is still with you, as well as their brother.
Okay. So I won't say anything then. I'll just kind of keep to myself for now until we have a more private moment.
Sure. But you walk in. As you get to the arena proper, the two goblins just kind of look at you, and Greg's father, Grask, says, "Well, hope it's enough, Greg. Go on in."
Biggest eye roll ever.
And in you go. You can make it to the betting cages, no problem, assuming that's where you're going. Cool.
Yeah.
You turn in the note. They have you wait for a moment. Then you see someone in robes come in and kind of do a little bit of magic over the note. Seems to be legit. And they tell you to wait a moment. And about 5 minutes later, they return with a small chest and tell you the sum totals of these winnings that that were belonging to one Grimble Hogsbane Tallfeller Blade Swinger, now belonging to this group of individuals, is worth a sum total of 7,302 gold.
Boom. Ah, everybody's dying.
Oh no.
There we go.
One person's back. The other person's back.
So yeah, we got Tanner back and lost Matt.
Did we go at the same time?
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, like you came back right as he dropped.
Interesting.
Brooklyn, I'm telling you.
I had to reset my router.
Maybe the internet in Brooklyn is like rolling out or something. I don't know. Well, you now have a small chest containing 7,302 gold.
Wow.
Which were apparently Grimble's gambled winnings. So, there you go. And you have a group of goblins waiting directly outside for you.
Of course. How much do we owe them?
I don't know. I'm looking at my notes.
There we go.
But now, am I back?
You're back.
Yay.
Welcome
All I have
back,
to do is turn my
everybody.
camera.
Who is this
Huzzah.
lady? That's what's in my notes.
Yeah, you know that your bounties are each 1,000 gold. So that, and
gotcha.
you don't actually know how much your father bet on defect. So
There's that.
Well, we should ask. How much?
But yeah, let's get out of the cages because he doesn't stay with us, right?
no, he lets you go in by yourselves, but you have a feeling that even though he didn't go there, that doesn't mean he doesn't have eyes on you.
That's fair.
And you
Would your dad
especially
be-
would know that, Grig.
Yeah, he's
Would your
got
dad
eyes
be wanted?
everywhere.
Would your dad be wanted by the authorities?
Only always, except not really, because he is the authorities.
Oh,
I mean, he's
So
not,
we-
but he is.
we couldn't turn this to our advantage by drawing him out in public, could we?
No, I don't think so.
Be hard to fight.
He was walking
And-
blatantly in public with you for part of the way, and did not seem perturbed by it.
He's like that untouchable crime boss thing, where like everybody knows he's bad, but nobody can actually prove it.
Oh. Am I still here?
You're still there.
Oh, okay. Brooklyn's just going to take the night off, if you don't mind. I think y'all got this. Okay, what are we doing? We're trying to find him or waiting for him to find us?
Well,
we have to go back out, right?
he walked you to the arena, so he is outside waiting for you. The arena is very busy and cram-packed with people, and you can hear chanting and shouting, and it seems like the big fight is about to go down. So most people have left your current area and are pushing into the arena for any amount of standing room they can find.
I don't suppose we have any chance of escape through this way. Should we send someone out to go find out what the debt is? I mean, I'll go. That way we don't risk losing all of it in case we need some of this money.
There we go.
Nereus made the deal. Nereus should go have to deal with him.
He's your father.
Yeah,
Nereus is
you
good.
started this. You're
I
the one who let him
started
get
this.
his hooks into us.
Hooks, or did I save us? Both.
Hooks.
I mean, you do seem to be the one with words in the party, but I am happy to go out and just simply ask what our debt is before we transport this chest up.
I mean, I can go. That's fine.
I'll put it this way: I'll go unless someone tells me that you have a better idea.
I don't mind going. You both want to wait. All three of you want to wait here.
Why don't I go with you then? That way we're not leaving you alone.
It's a good idea.
You leave, and off to the side, in kind of a shadowy alcove, but still more or less visible, you see Grask and Shek.
And Greg and Defect are still in the pits watching, looking around.
Okay.
And we have the chest, I think.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Moments before we... What is it? Seconds before we talk to them, can I slap some guidance on Nereus?
Sure.
Okay. That was a weird response.
Well, how much money are you giving me?
Let's start with how much is owed.
You want to talk about that here now?
Why not?
Basically, let's just cut to the chase. You owe me probably everything you have.
That's quite a lot, but let's put that in a number, shall we?
Make a persuasion check. And you do have the guidance, so.
$27 plus
Sorcerers.
30.
Voice.
Yes.
Okay. Great.
Don't ask me to do anything else the rest of the session. That was it. That's all I got.
Great. So he looks at you and says, fine. The 2,000 covering their bounties, plus an additional 4,500 that I would have made if your friend had done his job. So that's 6,500.
That's, all right. I will just say, I didn't say that you had to bet on defect. I did say bet on whoever you think would win.
You implied that your friend would win and beat the odds.
Semantics.
That's the only reason you left the Warren alive.
Right. Alright, Spoot, would you mind going into Greg and getting the amount?
I'll be right back. Do you want to come with me?
No, he's gonna stay here to make sure you don't try any switcheroos on me.
What kind of switcheroo? What?
It's okay, Spoot. I'll be fine.
He's a hostage until I get what's owed. Deal with it.
Oh, well, you better return him in this state then, or I will deal with it. I'll be right back.
He chuckles.
I go back and Spoot's like, I don't like him. Apparently we owe...
We found someone Spoot doesn't like. Finally.
It's like, how do I... Anyway, putting this on the list of things to do later.
Just what is it? Inflict harm. Inflict wounds.
Yeah.
Give him a hug.
I hit him with, what is it, geese? I don't even know if I prepared that today.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'll go back and I say to whoever's holding the chest. Lost Amber.
No, she's still there.
No, I just laughed so hard at Spoot being sassy that I choked.
Oh, sorry.
Potato chip down the windpipe.
Oh no.
Spoot will eventually spit out. I do hope you're okay. Spoot will eventually spit out that we apparently owe 6,500 gold.
Nobody talked him down? Seriously?
I did not attempt to do so, no. Do you want to try to come out with 6,000 and say that's all we have?
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
I don't want to fuck with your father.
That's
No
fine.
idea.
Yep, I'll pull out 6,500 and put the rest into my baggy waggy.
All right. Should I just take it
here.
in the chest and hand him the chest?
Yeah, I'll just take
Easier.
the stuff from the baggy waggy.
Cool.
All right. Spoot will go back, carrying the chest, and say, "No switcheroos in here. Only 6,500 gold."
You pass it over. He opens it up and passes a gold coin to Shek, who immediately bites it, puts
That
it back
explains
in.
why
Shakes your head.
they're so bad.
Yep.
You should stop doing that.
I don't need beauty advice from an ugly human.
I'm ugly.
Where? What?
Yeah. Sorry about it. Not my problem, though.
Well, if we want to talk societal standards,
I think
they're
we
all
can go
right.
now that you have the money, so I'm going to just take my hostage back.
Yeah,
and-
Shek starts getting uppity, and Grask, puts a hand out. It's all right. We're good here. I do hope you all take good care of my kid, because I'd hate to see them die.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. Thank you for your time. You have a lovely city. We'll be going. Come on, Darius.
Enjoy your evening. And he passes the chest off to Shek, and the two of them walk away.
Fireball. I'm just
And
kidding.
what about the 35 goblins?
You're inside. You don't know where they are. But you two are left outside. You can return to your friends. You seem to have gotten out of one of the debts.
Yeah, on the way back, I will ask Nereus if he has any idea how much we... Oh, wait, I don't even know if I know that we owe the pirate woman.
Only
Okay,
Nereus
something like
does.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll say, well, I am glad that we've cleared all of our debt, and that is one less thing to worry about.
Yes, all of our debt. Now,
Insight check.
we have...
Make an insight check.
That's one way to find out.
Nereus, what is your passive deception out of curiosity?
What's passive deception?
Yeah, I'm about to say, does that exist?
10 plus your deception modifier. I'm making
10
it up.
plus- Okay.
It's canon now in Nuuli.
19?
Yeah.
You are kidding.
Well then, Spoot, you're 18. You don't get a read that Nereus is hiding anything at this moment in time.
I know we just talked about this. Could I argue passive since I've been with Nereus for like days?
Yeah, sure. What's your passive insight?
19. Oh, it still beats it because he meets it.
In that case, yeah, there's no change in the in the dynamic, so it's an even playing field.
Okay, Spoot's just gonna sort of like give him a side look and be like, well, maybe he'll explain that.
Explain what? You know, anything's wrong. Now, we need to figure out about this heist and how they're planning to get into the arena.
Are you
Oh, I
all
think you will.
reconverging in the arena, or are you going elsewhere?
No, I'm saying this as we're kind of like walking
Got it.
out of the alley.
I know. I'm hoping Defect has some idea, as I know he said something about that perch. I went up there the other day, and it is a good view of the center of the arena. I don't know what.
Before we head in, would you mind showing me said perch?
Is it the DM? Is it something I could like point at as we pass?
Yeah, you know where it is. You have to kind of like go away from the arena a little bit and just to get an eye view on it from this location. But yeah, you can do it. It doesn't
All
take
right.
long. A couple minutes.
I shall point that out.
Yeah, you pointed out. In doing so, you both see a small gnomish, a small figure up there, kind of on like a lawn chair or something, just kind of watching the arena.
If I did not know any better, I would say that is the friend we met the other day. That is of a gnomish variety. Darius there? No, Darius was there, of course, right?
Yeah. He made me fall on the floor.
Yes. Sorry, Matt was a bit late that day, I think. So, like, I've got a few notes about what went on.
Yeah.
How high up is it?
It's about 60, 70 feet in the air.
All right.
Actually, no, it's probably about it's probably about 80 feet in the air.
Ooh, that's high.
Okay.
I could. Yes.
I wouldn't waste any magic. Could you go and get Greek and Defect? I want to keep an eye on him.
Oh, yes. And Swoot will squeeze back through the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And just apologize to everyone he bumps into. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Get behind you.
Most of the crowd is actually like either in the arena or like getting ready for whatever the celebration is going to be outside. Because you get the vibe that either they're going to celebrate the 300th win of the champion or they're going to celebrate a new champion. So either way, it's a party.
I will go back in and get the remaining party members and tell them, Defect, we noticed some one that looks gnomish on that perch that I visited the other day.
Defect just says, yeah, Frank. I saw him too as we entered. Didn't want to say anything right away, but yeah, he's up there.
I left Nereus keeping an eye on him outside. Perhaps we should find somewhere quiet to talk through how we think this night would go.
I mean, should we stay in here to be closer to the stuff? You really want to leave?
I don't want to see the fight.
What? Oh, okay. I'll go tell Nereus that you're waiting inside.
As he walks back, excuse me, sorry.
Well, I guess if there's not any people, it'll be like, oh.
So you all eventually reconvene inside the arena.
I don't know. I'll tell Nereus what they told me, which is that they didn't want to come outside. Do you want to meet them inside, or do you think we should leave someone here to keep an eye out?
I think it's best if I should wait here.
Can't Defect see him from inside too?
No,
I guess
the
in
the inside
theory.
where you are is all stone and archways, so you can't quite see.
Before I leave Nereus, I'll say, I've been, my mind has been all over the place, but I have been trying to figure out in what way exactly would. I realize it's a good vantage point, but I don't quite know how they're going to do what it is they're going to do to get a gate open inside that.
Magic can do anything.
You
should
you
know.
you
Well,
hear
but
you
what's-
hear a voice over your shoulders. If you want me to keep an eye on him, I can just stay here invisible. And you remember Paduk
Oh, of course,
has been with you
Paduk.
the whole time.
Dude.
Duke, I'm so glad you're safe.
Oh yeah, I've
You-
I've just been keeping a low profile since you went down and found the Goblin Warren because seemed a little dicey.
Yes, very much so. I am glad you're safe, and if you want to keep an eye on him,
Yeah, I'll just go up there and keep an eye on him, and I'll let you know if anything. I'll come find you if anything goes wrong.
okay, perfect. I imagine that we will be just inside somewhere where we can see the match.
All right, good to know.
Duke, do you have the ability to interrupt magic?
Me?
No,
Oh.
I'm more of a medic.
Mm-hmm.
Say that like, the most useless kind of magic.
No. Because if he plans to get into the arena, I'm assuming they're going to use some form of magic, which it would be a shame if he tried to open it and it didn't work.
I also assumed it was magic. I don't know of many spells like that.
I am familiar with a couple of them. I mean, you've seen me teleport before, but more short distance. I have another spell. Not ready, but that I could use to teleport, except it wouldn't leave like an open doorway.
This may be a dumb question, DM. Is there? Gosh, could I Arcana check a situation like this? Like in the sense of like, what spell would someone use to put a?
Yep. Make an Arcana check.
I would love to do my
I know what
little
it is.
know the truth to add the wisdom mod.
Yeah, go for
I slap Spoot and pretend it's guidance.
it. You just slap him.
Oh, you know that too. Oh, thank you.
Oh, yes, of course.
Add your wisdom to any intelligence skill. So I need to. What am I doing? So instead of a +1, it'll be a +9. Okay. Oh, that sucks. It'll add 8 to that.
What'd you get?
14.
With a 14, you are not entirely sure. Actually, let me just double check here.
Did I do math right? 6 plus 8. Yeah.
6 plus 8 is 14. Yep. Yeah, you're not sure. You know of spells that would allow individuals to teleport up to a long distance. But he had mentioned that he was supposed to open a doorway for them, but you don't know what a spell like that would be. It's just not something you would be familiar with.
Oh, you know what? I totally did that wrong. I think I'm actually even lower than that. If I'm only adding my wisdom mod, not my
Proficiency.
not proficiency. So I probably don't know anything.
Well, you don't know the spell is
Yeah.
how it ends up. So
Yeah, no, can't think of anything.
I personally would like to wait here just because I would like to see what he does and like to mess with it a little bit.
Okay. I don't know though if there's no one else on the roof. I can't imagine that they're going.
he also
up
did
that
say it
roof.
was going to be like late at night, and it is
Yeah.
sundown.
Yeah,
Oh,
after the
only
that'll be
sundown.
after the fight, and presumably after the crowd leaves. I would have to imagine, right?
Yeah, he had made it sound like it's going to happen after the celebrations, when the champion, who is known to be a big imbiber, is going to probably be drunk.
Right. Okay. I guess I'll take you up on your offer, Duke.
Okay. I'll let you know if anything goes crazy. And you
All
hear
right,
a slight fluttering of wings as the invisible sprite flies off.
And now we meet up with the group.
Wait. Outside the arena, are there still a bunch of people?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's tons of people. This is like... Some people are already pre-gaming. They're not waiting for the result of the match.
I want to see if I can see this Cressa bitch.
Yeah, go ahead. Make a perception check.
Nope. Magical guidance. Gonna spend any sorcery point.
Okay, go for it.
Natural 20.
Boys.
You indeed see a half-orc woman in holy robes collecting donations and alms for the church of the farm mother. The
Oh,
offerings.
is she now?
She is. And you recognize the face and voice as Cressa.
Spoot, would you like to come with me and see a fake priest?
I am worried. Yes,
Oh,
I
it'll
should
be
go.
so much fun.
Fake priest, you say?
She's the one that conned me out of the money the first time when I tried to get Defect into the match. And now she's collecting alms.
Well, let's make sure she is indeed a fake priest, and then we'll go from there.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna rely on finding that out. I'm gonna have some fun. I'm gonna.
I
Sure.
don't even know how I'm going to do that. I just talk myself into an impossible situation. I'm the knowledge cleric who knows nothing about religion.
I was gonna say, shouldn't a cleric want to bring a false cleric to be revealed?
Yeah, but yes,
I
I
feel like-
would.
I feel like it should offend you that they're pretending to be holy.
Well, I guess my point is I need to make sure that they are pretending,
Right.
because I don't know this person. I'm not going to just assume.
I feel like that should strike a chord with Spoot, no?
Oh, yeah, no, it does. I'm not disagreeing with that. If
Okay.
we determine, you've just told me they are, and I do trust you, but I was just like being spootily cautious of like, well, let's, But, I mean, if this is the person that conned you, I should actually, that's pretty good reason to believe that.
Yeah, well,
They're still
you
conning.
approach them, and it is a half-orc woman. She's dressed in browns and greens robes with like a little habit over her shoulders, kind of like Sister Act, like full nun outfit, except browns and greens instead of just black and white. And she's out there saying like, "The Harvest Mother will bless you and thank any donations to her charity and her church." A few people drop some copper in. "Thank you for your patronage. Thank you. Many blessings of the Harvest Mother upon you."
I would like to walk up, and I'm gonna be quite obnoxious with it. Cressa, my friend! How are you?
"Oh, I'm so sorry, my child. I think you have me confused with someone else."
Oh, I would never forget someone as amazing as you. You're such a kind person. You helped my friend get back into the exhibition matches.
"Oh, you do me too much honor. I'm just a humble servant of the Harvest Mother. I have no idea who you are,
Inside check.
at all." Yeah, go for it.
15. That's sad.
Oh, yeah, she knows who Nereus is.
Aha!
"I am but a humble purveyor of aids and a seeker of alms for those in need during the harvest season, so that all might better farm their land and harvest,
I
reap
believe you
bounty
less
upon
and
us
less
all.
the more you talk.
Are you
Says
okay,
Spook.
Cressa? You seem to be a bit nervous.
Oh, no, of course not. And again, I'm not this Cressa. I am Sister Shara.
Mr. Shara, would you like to have a
You know.
religious discussion?
My friend
Well,
loves
I
to
would,
talk
but
about
I
God.
really must get back to collecting donations for the poor, struggling farmers whose crops just have not come in. And they're going to need these donations. They work so hard to try and feed all of Winton, so I really must get back to it.
Are the
pardon me.
donations within
How
grasp?
far away is she?
You're like right next to her.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Like she turned around and you were like right there.
Is it close enough where Spook can put a hand on the donation jar?
You could try, yeah.
I'm gonna give it a moment. If I see Nereus's gears are turning, but as it's, so I gotta be careful here in the middle of the public.
There are many people around you, and a few people are like noticing this conversation and kind of looking at one another.
Yeah, no, you totally worked at the front of the arena, and you helped me sign my friend up for the matches, and I paid you 100 gold. I would never forget a face like you.
Oh, no, this wasn't me. I'm so sorry, my son, my child. I have no recollection or knowledge of this at all. I am from the Temple of the Harvest Mother, 3 days outside of Winton. I've come just for this chance to procure donations and alms.
No, that wouldn't be true because I just saw you yesterday. wouldn't
You must
forget
have
you.
me confused with someone else, really.
I wouldn't
3 days
have
in what direction?
South?
Yeah?
South where?
Yes, 3 days south.
So between yesterday and today, you traveled 3 days to get a new job.
No, you're thinking of someone else. I only arrived this morning.
Did
I
you know?
think you should be ashamed of yourself.
Wasn't me. I don't know who you are, but I wish you nothing but the best and go in the bountiful light of the Harvest Mother.
I don't believe
I'm
the
going to
Harvest
be going
Mother.
now. Goodbye.
really hope these
And she turns and
hardworking
begins to walk away, like very swiftly.
Subtle spell telekinesis.
Okay.
DC 17 or 18 strength saving throw.
All right. Okay. What are you trying to do, out of curiosity?
I'm pulling her back towards me.
She walks about 10 feet. You cast the spell, and she's whoa, and she is back at you.
Hold on one moment. I just need to make sure that you're really you, because I'm pretty sure you're just a con artist.
No, I'm not. I'm really not.
I think you really are, and you're trying to steal these poor people's money
Nope.
in the name of
think
a
so,
god you
too.
don't even worship.
Nope, not me.
It's so terrible. And I'm like, my voice is getting very loud.
I do not know who you are. I do not know what you're talking about. I really must be going. Goodbye.
Are you?
I don't think you're really going anywhere, are you? And she's gonna like lift a little bit off the ground.
Yeah, so she races up in the air, and her
She's
feet
not
are
like going really high or anything. She's just like not touching the ground anymore.
yeah. So her feet are kind of going, and people are looking around and kind of like going, "What's all this? Should we get the Talon? Like, should we get?"
I would just like to ask you, fair people, how would you feel if some lady was taking your donations in the name of a god she doesn't even worship, when she just conned money the other day from me? How would you feel it now that she's conning you?
This very large woman kind of comes up. Well, we'd need proof of that, because she looks a lot like a Harvest Mother worshipper.
And here, you can have my actual cleric friend have a religious discussion with her. Wouldn't that help?
Well, not really. I mean, just because they're both clerics doesn't mean they have the same religious ideologies.
That is
No,
true.
but
I look
she
at
should
Nereus
have.
and I'm like,
They should have the same knowledge of how to be a priest.
I think if you
But
ask this woman
each
enough
clericy
questions
is
about,
different. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
I think if you ask this woman enough about her own supposed religion, though, it should be easy to determine that she knows nothing about it, only enough to fool poor farmers into giving their money.
That's fair.
This is when a group of about 5 or 6 tenants come over, the guards of Winton, and they're like, all right, what's all this about now? I was just collecting alms, and they started making wild accusations, and they've lifted me off the ground. I cannot set foot upon the earth. I'm just a simple sister. And she goes on and on and on. All right, you. Who's doing this magic? Hey.
She have a symbol at all?
I'm trying to get my 100 gold back that she took from me.
You're accusing this woman of theft?
Yes.
You got any proof?
And stealing money from all these other people.
So theft and fraud is what you're accusing her of.
Yes.
Got any proof?
Yeah,
She took my money when I was trying to sign my friend up for a game.
Yeah, that's your story. You got any proof?
Real quick, do I have any... God, I hope I can get this out of this. Do I have any religious knowledge of this god she supposedly worships?
Make a religion check.
Did I do this already? I'm going to give myself guidance.
Sure.
23, hang tight. Every little bit helps. That's a 4, 27.
Cool. Yeah, you actually know quite a bit about the Harvest Mother. She is a very by-the-books kind of good-aligned deity. She is the patron of families of harvest. Halflings are often big reverers of her. Community, motherhood, those sorts of things is what she does. Life, light. She is also another knowledge domain deity as well as yours, which maybe that's why you know a bit about her. She's fairly popular. And you know that her holy symbol is a basket or a horn that's overflowing with produce.
Like a cornucopia?
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
What I would like to attempt to do, and this may be difficult for me to RP all of this, since this is knowledge I didn't know I had. So but tell the guards, yes, we suspect her she's being a fraud posing as a priest of the Harvest Mother in order to collect money. And perhaps I can prove that by simply probing her about knowledge of her own supposed deity. First of all, is she showing a religious symbol at all?
She's not.
So I must ask, directing it to Cressida, is that her name? Where is Cressa? Where is your where's the holy symbol of the Harvest Mother? You don't seem to be wearing one.
Well, only the High Mother wears it. I'm just a sister.
Is that true? Do I know that?
That is not true.
I don't know. That's incorrect. There's nothing saying that has to be only blah blah blah. And I'll continue.
Well, that's how it is in our order.
Well, could you even describe what it looks like to me?
Yeah, but how do I know you're just not going to say something different? I'd really like to be let down. And the tenants are like,
can we let her down?
Release the magic and we'll sort this out.
All right, as long as she's not going to get away.
None of you are going anywhere now.
All right, I'll release her, and then I'm going to make myself float just in a sitting position. Like crisscross applesauce, and I'm just sitting there floating.
2 guards immediately are on you and grab your arms. 2 guards also grabbed her, so there's 2 guards left. One of the lead one, and one of them is standing next to Spoot, just kind of eyeing suspiciously. They've all got halberds, polearm of some kind.
Sir, whoever's standing near me, may I continue trying to find the truth in this situation?
If you're quick about it, because right now it's a lot of he said, she said.
Yeah, I understand. Can I just continue to ask her questions?
Yeah, with that religion check, you can tell that she knows like the basics of this religion, but not enough of the details that someone that she's pretending to be should know.
If she fails to answer any more questions, I will at that point be happy to turn to the guard and say, these are all of the, the answer to these questions. And I know because I have a bit of knowledge
All
of
that
this.
proves that she's a
also-
bad student.
Well, we find
Matt,
it.
Can you suggestion her?
Let me think about it. I'm also a little scared about using too many spells before whatever's going to happen tonight.
Well, that one no, you have your detect thoughts one. Remember? That's the free suggestion.
True.
Look, if you don't have any proof about this claims, then we can't hold her. And she gets to go free, and you don't get to harass her on the street.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what my end game is here, but I will try to
You just
read her thoughts with my
ask her
divine.
to tell them the truth, and then have her roll the
Well, I
same
have to get
suggestion.
in first, right? So, DC 17 Wisdom save to try to read her thoughts.
Okay.
Perhaps I can at least find out where she's going after this if she gets away.
You pierce her mind very easily. She is like freaking out. Like she's portraying a very like, oh, I'm a frightened woman, but you pierce through that veil and she's like, fuck, how am I going to get out of this? How am I going to get out of this? Crap, don't look in my left pocket. Don't look in my left pocket. Don't look in my left pocket. Oh, I need to get out of here.
Okay. I will, God, I don't know what's in the left pocket. We'll tell the guards, perhaps you should search your left pocket. I think I noticed something in there that might help us.
No, don't go in there. Don't.
And I
Why are
will,
you
while
so
she's
scared of your left
detesting this, I would like to don't you touch it, Nereus. We're already in deep trouble.
I'm
I would
floating.
like to. I would like
You
to
also have
cast
two
my-
guards holding on to your arms. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah,
No,
I would like to cast the free suggestion.
Well, before you do that, the head guard says, that's enough. You stand on the ground. You, no magic. Stop it.
legs are tired.
Is it too late to do it now? Or can I just do it while this is going on?
Well, there's a guard next to you with a halberd, and this other guard who's, like, in charge is seemingly growing more and more impatient with your shenanigans.
I'll just call out to her throughout the... I'm not doing anything other than verbal to say, tell the guards the truth about if you're a priest and return the gold.
Cool. So you just say this verbally. It's not a spell.
Yeah, suggestion. They don't know if it's a spell or not. It's not like
Correct. Yeah, it's just a verbal... well, I guess there's technically a...
the verbal component.
But you are casting the spell, or you're not?
Casting it as a free spell from being able to... I've already read her mind, so that allows me to cast the suggestion.
Got it. So she makes another saving throw against it?
Incorrect. She has already failed, and I am in there, and wait, I think... Hang on, let's read it. It's not in the chat? No, it's not.
Yeah, I feel like we did something like this last time.
Yeah, and I was really terrible at
Got
it,
it.
so I'm probably going to be terrible at it again, but...
No, it's wonderful.
Yeah, because the original saving throw allowed you to pierce her deeper thoughts.
No, she automatically fails the saving throw against the spell, and
Okay.
I don't expend a spell slot by doing so.
Great, cool. She immediately goes, all right, I'm a con artist. I don't have any money. I spent it all already. I don't have anything left.
You spent my gold.
Of course I
Oh.
did. I have a gambling and a drinking problem. Leave me alone. What's the matter with you? Like, you're so perfect.
Look at
You know,
me.
the
I
church
am
probably
perfect.
could help with this.
Oh, the church is a bunch of ninnies.
Well, if you'd like to take it a bit more serious, I would like to have a religious conversation with you.
I don't
At
want to
your
see
earliest
you ever
convenience.
again. And the guards are like, all right, that's enough. You two get out of here. We're going to take care of this one. And they
Wait, but
haul
what's in
her
her
off.
left pocket? I want to know what's in her pocket.
I guess we'll never know.
You won't know now.
No!
And the guard and the tenants haul her away and leave you standing there.
But there was definitely money that they just gave her. But, well, whatever. Anyway, I am sorry that you lost money, and unfortunately these poor farmers did. Perhaps we should get back to Greg and Defect.
Yeah, that was still fun.
I think we need to be a little careful. Even in Winton, it seems like we're liable to be the ones that get in jail with certain shenanigans.
Yeah, like shaking down people on the street
It's not the first time
in
they've seen
broad
someone get
daylight in
thrown
front
the
of
air.
everybody else.
So
Everybody else does. They just can't do magic. They do it with daggers.
maybe they're a little more used to that, I'm sad to say.
Or maybe one is blatantly more obvious than the other.
Yes. Anyway, let's, without any further incident, see if we can get back.
Cool. So, Spoot and Nereus return to Defect and Greg about half an hour later.
Where have you been?
Thank you so long.
It's
I had some
a
fun.
long story.
Defect, you remember that Cressa bitch?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, she's arrested now. She
Did you get your money back?
No, she apparently spent all the 100 gold drinking last night. So,
At least
but
she's arrested.
Yeah. It was kind of funny. The gods apparently don't like magic in this city, though.
Well, I don't think they like to see people kinetically dangled in the air before we've been able to prove that they are in fact criminals.
Well, how are we supposed to prove she's a criminal if she gets away?
Well, that's true.
It's not my fault that they're not that strong.
So I'm just glad that we were able to solve it, sort of. I'm sorry that a lot of people seem to be out of gold, however.
Except for killing another dragon, right?
I think we need to leave Winton. That seems to be the biggest source of our money woes. But first, we have something to talk about.
That's what a major city spends 10,000 gold.
Seriously, and does that include the gold that we made and then spent again?
Yes.
I'd like to retract my earlier statement. It's that Nereus cannot control money.
Yeah.
Listen, you chose not to be here.
We will no longer be handing the bag of holding to anyone with courage. Either way, okay, so Spoot will initiate the conversation about what we're going to do tonight. And I have no idea what form of magic Prank is planning on using.
I have no idea either.
Well, I guess we might as well watch the match, and I don't know, we could sneak around someplace. I saw where where the lockers are and stuff like that. I have a pretty good sense of what's going on in the behind the scenes.
Can't tell if it's a bad idea if at least part of us go join Prank on that lovely perch. But I cannot imagine that is where whoever is hoping to get inside the city is waiting. I don't know where the gate is being opened from. Only two.
I don't. Again, I don't have the spell ready, but I do know a spell that has a 300-foot range to transport
Quickly,
somebody.
get a full night's rest right now.
That's not how my magic works. I'm sorry.
Useless. I'm just kidding. That perch is more than 300.
I get my magic from my blood. Thank you.
Oh well, this was unfortunately all out of RP. I would have loved to have known that actually, Spook. Question though, serious question. Is the perch? How far away do we think the perch is from the arena?
300
far,
feet.
Right? It is 300 feet. Okay.
Yeah, so to the center of the arena, it's 300 feet away from the arena. The center of the arena is anywhere between 300 and 400 feet.
What is this spell? Just out of curiosity.
The one that I have knowledge of?
Yeah.
Dimension Door.
Would that allow you to open a portal from somewhere?
No, that one's an instant transport. I'm just saying, I'm sure there's more magic that has the ability to open said doors. I just don't know it, but I'm just saying magic can do a lot of things.
Hmm.
As I'm sure you've seen me, Greg, and yourself do, and Olive.
Oh,
Sorry,
that's not
defect.
magic.
Well,
Those are called
Eh.
miracles.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Sorry. So what is our plan? Let's say that the break-in happens. We have no way of getting inside, even if we wanted to stop something.
was it not going to happen during the celebration?
Yes, I
Perhaps
think that
then-
this.
No, again, he said it was going to happen after the celebration towards midnight
After
when the champion was going to be supposedly going to be drunk.
And I presume that the arena at that point will be closed off. So if we're going to stay behind, we're going to have to hide in here.
Does Gronk sleep in the arena, or does he have a house somewhere?
Greg saw a hallway
He's got a
labeled
room.
Champion's Quarters, and you know that the champion is allowed to reside in the arena if they desire. It's part of the perks.
Them's the perks.
You also know that the arena is cleared out each night, like by security. So like there's very few places you could try to find to like hide your group.
Okay, so then perhaps we should talk to Gronk, warn him.
Seems
wanna
that
warn him?
honestly might be our best bet because I don't know how we're going to stop it single-handedly. And if we do, there's no guarantee that we won't be implicated in whatever shenanigans are going on. Although I imagine that people are going to want proof of how we even know this is a thing anyway.
Yeah, that's generally a thing that people want. I mean, we could, we could just go up on the roof. I don't know.
We have time to go
Let's just
onto
go
the
watch.
roof, talk to Prank,
Yeah, see what we can figure out.
but we can do that after the match.
Yeah,
I
don't
want to
think we
see
get.
Gronk fight.
That's fair. I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea to warn Gronk. No, not Gronk. Yeah, Gronk.
Yeah, Gronk.
Well, I'll have a think while we're watching.
Do you want to go watch from the roof?
Kind of do, but I don't know if that will
Draw too much attention because there'll be too many of us up there.
spook.
There's a fly, sorry.
I really feel bad that I don't have my special headphones on tonight because like, so many of this happen. Anyway, what was I saying? Something about drawing too much attention and spooking Prank.
Yep. Yeah, alright, let's just watch the match. Just stay nearby, keep our eyes open.
Yeah. Spook might try to slip away in a sec to perform an augury if there is somewhere nearby that has ample space for me to cast my dice.
Just here in the arena.
I don't know. I probably would have to go back out since everyone's inside.
I mean, like there are like most people are like watching the match. Like the match is essentially occurring like right now because you guys have spent all this time doing other things. So like you're missing the match.
Copy that.
We gotta go in, see the match.
I mean, the match is like you can hear the crowd shouting. Who knows how much longer it's going on?
Yeah.
Someone is
I mean,
again.
while they were off doing whatever they were doing, Grig and Defect would have found their way in to be able to see. They were
I
gone
thought that
for
was
half
the
an
point
hour.
of them staying behind was to see it. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, you have seen this bronze dragonborn just kind of fighting this massive half orc, and they've just been going at it. great sword versus double long swords. It's been a lot of back and forth, but the lithe form of the Dragonborn is definitely taking the upper hand, although the half-orc is putting up a good challenge.
Does the Dragonborn wear a belt with, some sort of shiny object in it?
Yeah, he's got a big white, like, weightlifting size belt, like a big, like, big one with a green gem on it.
And does it have a... Oh no, where did that heading go? Piece of... You said a green gem?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's the right color. There's the thing.
I don't understand. If there's no magic allowed inside the ring, how was he able to slip by?
I bet
Maybe
nobody's
not
noticed.
a spell, but it's a item.
Yeah, I bet nobody's noticed.
Yeah, and they've gone through 2 bouts now, and both of them have been won by the champion. If he wins the 3rd bout, then he will win the contest outright. And that's where Spoot and Nereus return, just before the 3rd bout. So he's about to win it in a sweep if he does.
Oh, for duff. Alright. I mean, that's definitely what they're going to try to steal.
Yeah, so the match begins. You're all watching it. And within 3 minutes, the champion just smashes through with his greatsword, shattering one of the half-orc's longswords, and then disarming him with the other one and kicking him square in the breadbasket, launching him a good 12 feet back, and he just hits his head on the sands and poof, unconscious. And the crowd goes wild. And the orc who runs the pit, Brug Boneback, stands up over the chanting crowd. Ladies and gentlefolks, behold your true champion. 300 victories. It is Gronk. And the crowd goes fucking wild. And he raises his great sword over his hand and just kind of like pumps his fist and does a backflip. And it's very celebratory, and the crowd's going wild. And people start like barreling towards the cage to get their winnings, their earnings, and to spread out into the larger area for the festivities. Music can already be heard striking up outside of the arena on the streets as the champion waves to the crowd for a solid 10-15 minutes as the crowd is filling out before retreating through the portcullis, and the half-orc having already kind of slunk out in shame. And that is where you all are. The crowd is pushing past you on their way out. What are you going to do?
Shall we go see our friend Prank? Are we gonna hang out just nearby?
It is evening now, so it is dark, and there are torches lit all around the arena.
Yeah, I wish I had a good way to, like, bug Gronk. Wait, where's Padook?
He's watching Prank for us at the moment.
Oh, we should probably get Padook. Or go check on him. I'll go check on Padook.
Well, not going alone.
Yeah,
Someone
I guess
can win.
let's go out.
If anything, we could probably send Padook to go see Gronk and...
Yeah, I mean, I could also
physically
turn
give him a
invisible and
message.
try to sneak through and, like, hide someplace, but then... How are you gonna know where I am?
Right. I think it'd be better
I
if
could try to
Padook-
spy on you like I did last time. Sorry.
That was you?
Yes. We can talk about this later, but I was worried.
So what are you doing?
I don't know. I think I'd like to pee though.
All right. Well, then let's take a break. You all figure out what you want to do, and when we come back, we will decide. We will see what you all do here now that the fight's happened and the celebrations are beginning in earnest. It's loud outside, and that is what we will do. So we'll be right back, everybody. In 5 minutes, we're going to take a quick little short rest, and then we'll be right back. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, Fumble folks, for the raid, and thank you to any raiders for sticking around. We hope you're having a good time, and we'll see you in just a moment.
before I could.
And we're back, everyone. Hello. Thank you for bearing with us as we took a short rest. We are back at it. Our intrepid party here of Greg and the Misfits is attempting to figure out what their plan is to foil this heist, which is getting ever closer. The celebrations have begun. The crowd is thinning out. The last few stragglers are being asked to leave by the various guards of the arena, and they are getting closer and closer to where the party is currently standing. You figure you've got about 5 minutes or so before the guards usher you out.
Cool. Well, I think I'm gonna I'm gonna just go find go where I'm going. We can start this direction. You can send somebody after me.
I can try to speak to you if you're inside. I don't know how we get you out.
Do we know where Gronk went? He just went back into the lockers.
I mean, you lost sight of him when he went in through the portcullis, but having been there, you know that through the portcullis is the general holding area and then locker rooms, and then you saw that champion's door back there.
Okay. And how did I get out last time?
There was a door that you and Defect walked through a few hours ago.
Right. No, I mean when Defect and I just left, and then the big kerfuffle. Was it just we fought our way through the door?
Yeah, you busted out through the door, and the portcullis is just wood, so you blasted it and it blew apart. It's not steel or iron or anything because it's not like a prison.
Sure. All right.
Did we find Paduk?
No one has gone after Paduk. He has not returned from being up in.
We should go after Paduk. That was what I wanted to do before we broke. So let's go find Paduk and call him back at least. Maybe I can make it back in 5 minutes with Paduk.
Well, he flew off to watch Prank, so you don't know his exact location.
Yeah.
And this is why I forget about Paduk.
Yeah, he's invisible a lot of the time.
Okay, Paduk bro. No, I could send you a message, but I don't have very many slots left. I've already used one today.
He said he would come find you if something weird happened.
Anything happened.
Yeah.
And he hasn't done that yet, so.
Great. Nothing weird's happened yet.
For funsies, and by funsies I mean because I have concerns, I'm going to cast See Invisibility.
All right. You cast See Invisibility. Your eyes glow red for a moment. And you look around. You do not see any invisible things in front of you, around you. Then you look above you. And you see a round orb kind of 3 feet over Defect's right shoulder.
Ah, it's this again. Somebody's watching.
Did you say that out loud?
Yes.
What is this again?
Yeah, what's happening?
There's the orb watching you again.
The orb watching you?
If it just kind of throws his hands up again.
I think I remember seeing this before.
Yeah, it's just a small little orb that's invisible that's just hovering over Defect's shoulder.
What does this mean? What do we need to do?
I think it's the same thing that's always been following him. I don't know that it has to do with right now. I was looking around to see if Bodo McBodo face.
Gotcha.
Do I have a vantage point to look up at the roof from where we've been watching the fight, or no?
From this position, I would say, you could try to make a perception check and see what you can see.
Okay.
Because it's an open-air arena, and you're on the opposing side.
Well, that's only an 8, so...
Yeah, it's dark, and your dark vision doesn't extend that far, so it's a little hard to see.
Yeah.
But the guards are, probably 60 feet away from you all, clearing out the last few people.
All right. I guess we start walking.
Okay. Are you turning invisible somewhere? Like, are you going to duck behind a corner or something? Or are you abandoning that plan?
I think maybe we need to go with the plan of talking with Prank, since maybe there's a reason we noticed Prank is there.
Will Prank talk to us? Last time he didn't share any. He wouldn't share anything without payment first.
Seriously doubt we can outbuy him, but I do know someone that knows how to levitate people.
I think that Greg is probably going to do the reckless thing, though, and is going to slip to a place.
Cool, make a stealth check.
Yeah. Ugh, only a 10.
All right. Yeah, you kind of go behind a pillar. Nobody seems to be paying you any extra attention at the moment.
Okay.
Like, people are moving around you, but maybe that's helpful.
Okay.
Did we... I mean, we obviously saw Greg try to disappear, though, right?
You saw Greg go behind a corner, or behind a pillar.
Okay, so maybe Spoot will make a bit of a loud kerfuffle well, obviously we're going to leave. So, like, I'll just start saying out loud, "What's happening? Do we have to go now?" And I'll start sort of like walking slowly toward the guard, actually, to be like, "I'm sorry, what, sir? What is going on?"
Yeah, you gotta leave. It's time. Come on. The party's outside. Come on, guy. Let's go. Let's go, everybody.
Party's outside? I was told the party was in here tonight.
No. It's outside. Let's go. Outside. All everybody. Outside.
Oh, this way?
Yeah, they start pushing you out. Yeah, it's... Greg, you easily turn invisible. Nobody notices you between the distraction your friends have made.
Great.
I guess we go outside.
Yeah, you are
Spoot winks in
ushered
the air.
out. You are all ushered outside. Greg, you are invisible and left alone.
Okay. I'm invisible, and I can see invisibility.
Yeah.
Cool. Only one of those things is concentration. I am very pleased.
Yeah.
And I cannot talk to you... Well, you cannot talk to me unless I talk to you first. Okay.
Yeah. I could talk to our friend Flux. Anyway.
Flux, I need you to send a message.
I know.
So what are you doing, Greg?
I'm gonna start making my way toward like the locker room areas.
Okay. Yeah, it's easy enough to do. You're invisible. Go ahead, just make a stealth check at advantage.
23.
Yeah, you bypass guards, silently down hallways, slip into the fighter's room, and find yourself at the door that leads to the champion's quarters.
Okay. I would like to investigate this door.
Yeah, go ahead, make an investigation check.
17.
It does not appear trapped in any way. It does appear to be locked.
Okay. I would like
That's easy enough for Greg.
I know, right? Hopefully.
Fireball.
First I'm gonna listen for a sec and just make sure I don't hear anybody coming.
Make a perception check.
13.
Nope, doesn't sound like anybody's around. There's no guard stationed here.
Okay. Since I'm not in a rush necessarily, I am going to... Wait. Is this the wrong character? No, I know what I have. I've got that wand. Right? Is this character? Oh, God.
Yeah, you have detect.
Yeah. Wand of magic detection. Boom.
Yep.
I have that. So I'm gonna use that the wand of magical detection.
You do not detect any magic on the door.
Boom. I like that part. All right, I'm gonna try to open it.
Okay. Make
Not
a
with my
thieves check.
strength.
You have thieves tools? You're proficient in them, or?
I do, and I'm proficient.
Okay, then yeah. Go for it. Make a thieves tool check. Sleight of hand.
Oh, I did the tools.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Okay, cool. 29.
Yeah, easily you really quickly unlock it. You can slip inside.
Cool. I'm in his room.
Well, you're in a hallway. This hallway seems to like curve around a bit. probably
Okay.
following the arc of the arena itself. And you sneak
I'm gonna
along a
close
little bit.
and lock the door behind me.
Yeah, easy enough to do.
Cool.
So you creep along. Eventually, you do come to a single door that is the only door in this hallway, and you see that after the door, the hallway continues curving back around farther down. It's well lit in here, like there are torches that light the place. But yeah,
Cool. So there's just the one door.
Mhm.
How does this door look? Unless it takes me over 10 minutes, I think magical detection is still up.
no, definitely not. Just a couple of minutes. So you go up to this door. The door is not magical in any way, shape, or form.
Cool. Can I listen again?
Yeah, make a perception check.
18.
Sounds pretty quiet, but you swear you can hear someone like singing, maybe kind of off tune in a very like deep rumbly voice.
Cool. Cool. From where? Can I is it in the room? Is it somewhere in the hallway?
In the room, yeah.
In the room. Cool.
Not right by the door, but like farther away from the door.
Sure. I'm gonna... I think I'm gonna chill there. Gonna do a little waiting.
All right, you're gonna wait there. Meanwhile, what are the rest of you doing? You have been ushered out into the street. There are loud celebrations. People are drinking, celebrating, toasting to the champion, toasting to Gronk.
Where's Prank?
Presumably where you last saw him.
Let's go there and pick them up. I think we should go to the tower, I guess. I have no other leads right now, except to maybe talk to Prank. Wait, you said, who are you asking about?
Who are we asking about?
Yeah, our invisible Fae friend.
Paduk?
Paduk. Who did you say? Paduk or Prank? Sorry.
We need to pick up... Prank is being watched by Paduk.
And we should pick up Paduk, and then I think we should maybe go in Prank's direction.
Yes.
Question mark?
I mean, they're both together
They're
because
together,
Paduk
you
is
have to
watching
go find
Prank.
them.
Okay.
Yeah, you sent Paduk up to watch Prank.
Copy. Then we should go there.
By go there, do you mean to climb the sides of the building to get up to the roof?
In the very least, near the building.
I just want to know what your plan is, what you are intending for. So I don't like have something happen that is not what you implied.
Copy. Yes, does the remaining party agree that we should walk toward the building?
Yes, we
Right.
should go
Yes.
check to see if Paduk and Prank are still there.
Yes.
Cool. So you all walk towards the building. You know where it is. You look up. You don't see anything, but it's dark up there. And it's beyond the range of your dark vision, so you couldn't really make out details anyway. But after you're there for about a minute or so, you hear a light fluttering on the wind, and you hear the voice of your friendly sprite, Paduk. So he kind of just watched the fight, and then folded up his chair, and it vanished. He put it into a pocket, which was weird, but kind of cool. And now he's just kind of resting. He's just got his back against the wall. He's waiting for someone, I guess.
Sounds like waiting for whoever's supposed to show up for their robbery.
I guess so.
I think this is where we should be.
Should we go keep him company, or are we waiting here?
Well,
How long
I'm new to this, but if people are going to show up there, don't you not want to be there when they show up?
We want to be hidden. Yeah, I think so.
I mean, you guys know you guys know this better than you. Well, at least they do. You're kind of new to Nereus, but I don't know.
I don't know what you mean. Subtlety's my strong suit.
Yes. Yep.
Paduke's learning to
Where's-
agree. Good.
Where's Greg?
I
It's
stayed
invisible somewhere.
behind.
Yes.
Oh.
Super top secret mission.
Okay.
They're inside the arena.
Ah. Got it.
I think we can trust Paduk.
Are you sure?
Maybe Paduk's orchestrated this whole thing.
Wouldn't that be some shit?
I guess we would deserve it. Okay. If we think somebody's coming to meet up and we don't want to be seen, is there any way can I perception check around? Is there somewhere else we can hide that has a good vantage point on this?
Yeah,
place?
you can find a place to hide. It's not that hard. It's dark out, and you can all just sit and watch. If that's what you want to do.
I don't know if we're gonna be. I'm gonna say this to the party. I don't know if we're gonna be able to stop this. If it happens, what happens if they show up and then boom, they teleport inside? What do we do then?
That's
What
what I was just thinking, because then it might be too late to run inside and stop the heist from happening.
I could get us in there potentially. Be a bit tricky, but I could get us all in there.
Listening.
No, I gotta keep you on your toes somehow.
So are we doing a stupid thing by waiting here?
Listen. This is I vote keep him company and possibly deter anybody from showing up to do said heist. You all want to do the more subtle way. If you want that, then we can do that.
Perhaps someone can wait here. So I don't know if all three of us could fit up there at the same time.
I mean, I just have to. If I'm to disrupt any sort of spell, I just need a little. I can do it at a decent distance, so you all can keep him company up there. I can stay down here, and if anything goes down, I can get up to you easily.
Okie doke. Sorry, one sec. Ritual casting takes 10 minutes, doesn't it?
Yep.
Okay, Spoot's gonna. I don't know what to do. Spoot's gonna turn aside. Cast augury as a spell.
Okay.
That's only a minute casting time.
Okay. What are you asking?
I'm asking, should I join Prank on the roof right now?
You get a feeling of dread and woe.
I think I'm gonna stay down here. Says Spoot. I have a bad feeling about this, or at least they do. And I point to my bones, the carved dominoes.
You're trusting Bones now.
I've tried to trust them, but I just don't often know how to ask the question. But I got a not uncertain answer this time.
Interesting.
Which is
You
what
late.
usually happens.
You leave your fate to some weird things. Alright, I guess we're waiting here then.
Okay, and so time begins to pass. Paduk can go back up and keep an eye on him closer up for you. That's not too difficult. He has to get pretty close to watch him because he doesn't have dark vision, so he's kind of relying on just the ambient light.
Should I give light to the Duke? I'm just kidding, that'd be a terrible idea.
Oh my gosh.
There isn't enough ambient light for him to make out most of what's going on up there, just because the crowds are all around the place. The party is huge, and it's throughout most of the streets here, because you're right around the arena.
I am burning.
What?
I was just gonna say I am burning spell slots left and right, but I could send my arcane eye to.
No,
I will
fine.
also take this time to remind you that they said they were that Prank said that they were going to do this sometime around midnight, and the sun has just set.
So we still have some hours.
Yeah,
I was just
there's
about to-
hours to go before this is supposed to go down, because the champion is supposed to be drunk.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, I know. I haven't forgotten.
You're free to do any
Okay.
prep stuff you want. I just want to remind you that that is what is going on.
I am. If we all want to sit and take a break, that would be quite lovely.
Like a short rest?
Sure.
Really want to check on
I think that helps.
Greg, but I don't know if it's too early.
Speaking of Greg, we cut back to Greg.
Hello.
So you're outside. About 20, 25 minutes goes by as you're outside this door. And eventually you hear, like, listening in against the door, you hear something that sounds like something opening and closing a couple of times. And then you see the doorknob begin to turn on the door.
Begin to what?
Turn. Like the door is about to be opened.
Cool. I'm gonna just press myself to the side and.
Yeah, and out into the hallway strides Gronk, a tall, lively muscled dragonborn. He is wearing a resplendent kind of open green vest that kind of complements his bronze scales, and kind of a similar wrap to Nereus, but not quite the same style. And then a big, wide, kind of white, leathery-looking belt with a green gem on it.
Damn it, he's still wearing it.
And he turns and locks the door and strides in the direction that you came from. He seems to be humming something to himself in a deep, kind of brassy, rumbly voice.
Okay. Oh, shucks. Too bad he's still wearing it. All my hopes and dreams are dead.
All the dreams.
All of them. You heard the unicorn. Dead. So, great. I guess I'm going to default on leaving some distance, tapping into my old crime days, ? And just following at a distance.
Yeah. He unlocks the door into this hallway. You hear him lock it again, and then he presumably walks through. You can take the time to unlock it and relock it, and kind of catch up with him. You see him exit the arena. There's 2 guards at the door that leads into the fighter's entrance. There's 2 guards there. He greets them both and presents them each with a couple of gold pieces as a kind of good work. Since you can't enjoy the party, have this. And then he strides off into the crowd.
I keep following.
Yeah, as soon as he becomes visible in the crowd, like, people start gathering around him and, like, buying him drinks that he starts, like, slamming down. And you all kind of the rest of you all hear this roar of the crowd as he becomes visible and part. And he pretty much begins bar hopping. And people are providing him drinks. He's buying rounds. And Greg, make an insight check
Okay.
as you are watching him.
Okay. And just because I have to, I can still see invisibility if we're within the hour. So
Yeah,
if
you're getting to
anything
the tail end of this hour.
Cool. Just anything weird.
Mhm.
My eyes are peeled. 19.
Cool. He is downed about 5 or 6 drinks by this point. Like, he's just downing them hard. And he is acting a little drunk, but you realize that he's only acting.
Cool. Good to know. And have I at this point caught any sign of my friendos? Are they?
They're off hiding somewhere. I would say that, like, he walked by them roughly, and you kind of caught their eye. Yeah.
Okay. Then I will message, even though I'm invisible, I will message Defect and say, I'm following him. He's not really drunk. I think they're in for a treat later.
Cool. You cast the spell and your invisibility drops.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Oh,
That
stupid
is-
Amber.
Nobody pays attention to you because you're in a crowd and you're a small goblin and nobody really notices you.
That's fair.
But this big human goes, "Oh, sorry, love," and just kind of sidesteps you. And halflings are kind of clamoring around Gronk, being like, "Tell us how you did it! Like, tell us your secrets. We love you." It's just very much hero worship and adoration.
Right.
I'm a cheater. That's my secret.
That's your secret.
Are you gonna stick with him or go back to your friends?
Oh, I'm going to stick with him.
Okay. Time begins to pass. An hour goes by. 2 hours go by. Nothing changes in his demeanor. He acts a little more wildly, but Greg, you are aware that he is acting.
Yeah.
It begins to get later and later. It's approaching midnight. And he begins to head back towards the arena.
Grig. Dear Grig. What would dear Grig do? He's still not drunk.
You can make another insight check if you want.
I would like to.
Go for it. You can have advantage because you've been watching him.
All right, 19.
Yeah, he is full on acting. He's acting drunk, but you can tell that he's acting. Like his pupils are not dilated.
Right. Okay. And Friendo's around or not around?
Not at the moment. They're
Okay.
still back watching the roof.
Okay. During this time, aside from like the acting drunk but not really, has Grig noticed anything about whether this person is a douchebag or like an okay dude? Or,
He seems to be very authentic and appreciative, and like he seems nice, for lack of a better word.
Okay.
Like he's not like, oh yeah, I'm the best. He's like, oh, I can't believe I'm still winning. Like this is great. Like I tried so hard, and I appreciate everything that you guys give me.
Sure. And he's not doesn't seem to be
People do
lying
present
about
him with like fan tokens, essentially, like males and females like give him a handkerchief or like a bit of cloth with embroidery on it. People just give him like, little dolls or whatever that they crafted for him out of like whatever fabrics they had.
Okay.
Just little like tokens, the odd flower, many drinks.
Okay.
He pees a lot.
Important information.
Daughters are offered in their hands in marriage.
Right.
A couple of sons too.
Yeah.
Okay. So, oh man, Greg is gonna go out on a limb.
Don't do that. It's not safe.
Not
I'm
a
just
literal
kidding.
limb. Yeah, if he seems like an okay dude, Grig is gonna message him
Okay.
and say, don't ask me how, but someone's gonna come and try to steal from you tonight.
He kind of perks his ear up and looks around.
I will message again. Don't look around, but I got your back.
Okay. He just kind of eyes dart, and then he kind of gets back into the celebrating whatever and begins heading back towards the arena.
Okay, I'm gonna follow. and hope that I catch some sign of my pals so I can tell them what I've done or not.
Yeah.
I think if we're close to midnight.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, you all are watching this rooftop, and Paduke has come down every like 20 to 30 minutes or so and just checked in, be like, he's still just waiting.
Thank you, Batuk. Here's a gold coin. Just kidding. I don't actually tip it.
Winton is rubbing off on you.
I think Spoot can't take it anymore if it's getting that close to midnight, and we'll send a message to Grig to check in and say, hey, we're watching prank. Augury said it was bad to go up and meet him. How are you?
Oh, fine. Grunk is not drunk. I just warned him. Hope it wasn't stupid. Staying with him.
Maybe I need to send more information. He's sending messages because I realize I only have one more slot left.
You can also short rest and get slots back, remember?
Well, unless we short rested in the meantime, which I think was your
If we're just
suggestion.
hanging here.
If you were just hanging there watching, then yeah, you could have taken a short rest.
Copy.
Jared, can we short rest?
Yeah, I just said that.
How many?
I'm asking because you would be like, well, you didn't clarify earlier.
No, I am not going to be that much of a dick. No, during this time when you're just watching the rooftop, you can absolutely take a short rest because you can spell each other. It's fine.
And I can only take back. I got to look at how many spell slots I can use, or how many divine channel divinities I can expend to get.
Yeah. Grig, however, does not get a short rest because they are actively watching and pursuing and doing things.
That's fine. Yep.
So Gronk eventually makes his way back to the arena. He waves to the crowd one final time, goes between the two guards, and enters the door. And the guards immediately move to stand in front of it and begin dispersing the crowd. There's actually a few more guards there now that he has returned. So they've beefed it up a little bit. So all the doors are pretty well guarded.
As he goes in, Greg wants back in. As he goes in, Greg's gonna message and say, do you believe me? Can I come help? Or am I stuck out here? You can reply to this message.
You hear something. I got myself covered, but keep an eye out if anyone breaks in, I guess. Thanks.
Ugh.
Not good.
Actually, it was more like, I've got this covered, but if you see anyone break in, I guess stop them. Thanks.
Yeah, he's kind of an idiot, isn't he?
You don't get stupidity from it. You get confidence.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The two are synonymous. At times. Okay. I want so bad to try to sneak back in. Can I just oh, screw it. I'm gonna turn invisible again.
Okay. Yeah, the crowd is dense enough, even while it being dispersed, that no one's going to notice.
Great. And I'm gonna troll and try to find an area that I could climb up or in or some sneakity weekity some
Make
way
an investigation check.
Okay. I can read. 12.
All right. You begin kind of pacing around. You find a couple windows, but they've all got bars on them on this side or are otherwise locked. Maybe you could shatter them, but they'd be loud and noisy. But you might be able to get in that way. All the doors are guarded by well, they're locked and they're all guarded. The main entrance doesn't actually have doors, but it does have a gate that has been closed, and there are guards in front of it. So it doesn't seem like there's a easy way in that will not make noise. You could potentially climb the 60 feet up the side and like get onto the rim of the arena roof, but then you'd have to get down again, but you'd then be inside, but you could potentially do that. But you don't know what the patrols inside the arena may or may not look like, if there are any.
Right. Right.
As you are walking around the arena doing this, back at the rooftop watchers, Paduk flies down and checks in with you all. Hey, so like a bunch of people just showed up on the roof. They climbed up on the other side of the building.
Not surprised. Can we see them from here? Or are they
All
out
of you
range?
can make a perception check. At disadvantage because it is dim up there.
Me too, or no, just them?
Just them. You are investigating the arena.
I almost clicked performance. Natural 20.
Nereus, shut up. Why are you singing?
Natural 20 at disadvantage?
Ah, fuck.
Come on.
I don't know why I rolled initiative, but I didn't do it.
You're
17.
Cool. So Spoot with a 19 and Nereus with a 17. You see the smaller form that you believe to be Prank kind of get up, walk to the edge, and you see a crowd of like other forms around him, and you see him kind of like wave his hands.
Counter spell.
Okay. Go ahead. Cast your counterspell. I need you to roll for it.
Yeah, it's a...
D20 plus your spellcasting modifier.
So it's just the +5, not the proficiency, right?
Correct.
Okay. Should it just click charisma?
Yep.
Okay. $20.
Cool. So you see him do this thing.
Subtles. Wait, how far away are they from me?
He's 80 feet in the air.
Okay, yeah. So if I'm 80 feet away, he can't hear me casting, right?
I mean, it's pretty loud around you, so I'm gonna say no. Like, there's still party going on.
Okay. Like, I wouldn't feel like if I want to be discreet, I don't have to subtle spell.
What's the range on counterspell?
90 feet.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So I think it's 60 feet.
Oh, fuck, it is 60 feet. If Paduk says that people are appearing, can I do something and then cast it? 'Cause I thought it was 90. I was looking at chromatic orb when I was hovering over it.
Ah, got it.
Because chromatic orb is 90. I would like use.
Well, so yeah, what do you want to do?
Radiant Soul. And fly. Close enough to counterspell.
Ooh, okay, that's interesting. Cool.
Spook just looks at Defect like, who even is this?
What just happened?
Where did we get? Oh, that was me. Sorry.
Doing something.
Cool. Radiant Soul lets you do the thing.
I gain flying speed equal to my movement speed for a minute.
Is that an action or a bonus action or anything
It's
like
an
that?
action, and then counterspells the reaction. But if Paduk says that people are climbing up,
Well, people have already climbed up by the time Paduk flies down.
okay.
Paduk flew down very quickly and told you all this.
But
so,
if I'm
like,
doing an action and a reaction with instead of like action bonus action, would
Yeah.
that still work?
So do me a favor, Nereus. I would like you to roll initiative, and Prank is going to roll initiative, and we'll see who does what first.
17.
Excellent.
Oh shit! I didn't click my token. Sorry.
That's okay. This is not like a full initiative attack thing. This is just.
Oh, this is just whose spell gets off first.
Yep.
Or ability. Okay.
Yep. So yeah, you are able to. He walks to the edge, and casts the spell, or attempts to. You are able. Well, so he walks to the edge and casts the spell. Unfortunately, at the time he would be casting the spell, you do not have the knowledge to fly up yet. Wait, no, because Paduk comes down, tells you that people are coming, then you fly up. So by you, flying up into the air, then that changes how things go.
Well, I would only need to fly up 20 feet.
Right, but that's still somebody flying up in the middle of all this stuff. So it's not something that won't be noticed, is what I'm saying. You can do it. Because you know that like their plan is to do something. So you can get up there. Just make a stealth check for me. To see if they notice you. It would be a disadvantage because you'd be flying, but it's dark, so I'm gonna have it cancel that out. So it's just a straight roll.
God, I knew I should have taken extended spell.
A stealth flying check has to be the most.
Stealth?
What are we playing?
No, we're
Just
gonna
turn into
that.
a bat.
That's better. 18.
Okay, cool.
Magical guidance to like.
Okay, so you are able to lift yourself up. What does it look like when you use this anyway?
Nereus's eyes just turn like a shade of blue, and the kind of like the wind picks up a little bit around him, and it just starts like lifting him up.
So very storm. So you get lifted up. So it's kind of windy, but nobody like really notices it. They just figure it's wind off of the shoreline. And you fly up, and you can see yourself up there. They don't notice you because you rolled a really good stealth check. So when Prank casts the spell, your counter spell takes it away, and Prank immediately like begins looking around. And you hear him say, "I don't know. Somebody canceled it. Somebody canceled my magic. I don't know what you want."
I'm gonna lower myself back down.
And you can hear the beginnings of an argument.
How'd you guys like that?
We do now.
I think they're fighting.
Do we need to save Brink?
I don't know. Let's see if he tries to do it again.
You gonna do that again?
Yeah. There is not a loud argument from up above. You can't really tell what's going on up there. You just kind of heard like a few voices be like, "What the hell?" And he said, "I don't know. Something didn't work. Somebody canceled the spell. I don't know. Find whoever did it." And that is what the last thing you hear as you descend back down.
Maybe we should.
Make another stealth check as you descend, because you cast a spell, so it broke it.
There's 4, 6.
Okay. So immediately, he's like, "I don't know, somebody did it," and he's like, "Oh, that guy, that flying guy," and you see forms look down at you, and
I'm gonna go into my shell.
I blow them a kiss.
Yeah. So, immediately, some things fly out at you here.
Of course they do. We still have defect with us, right?
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Does a
Okay.
does a 17 hit you?
So here's my other question.
Yeah.
In this period of time, would I get my reaction back or no?
No.
Okay, then yes, it does hit me.
All right. And a 12 does not hit you, I'm assuming. Cool. You are struck by 3 bolts of fire, and a 4th one zings by your head.
Ouch.
You take a total of 15. That's a nice one. 15, 25, 34. You take 34 fire damage.
Whew.
As you are blasted by 3 bolts of fire, and immediately the crowd turns up in a gasp and sees you being hit by these things, and then shouts and screams, and mass panic ensues, and the crowd begins to run and disperse, and you hear people shouting for the tenants, and you hear boots heading your way. What are you all going to do?
I would like to lower myself to the ground and start yelling for the tenants.
Yeah, they show up very quickly.
And I'm, like, acting very wounded.
Yeah. You show up. They show up fairly quickly.
There's people on those rooftops, and they just shot fire down here.
Yeah. And actually, it's going to take a round for them to show up, and another 4 bolts of fire come firing at you. You do have your reaction back for this round of attacks.
All right, shield.
A 23, a 9 will miss, a 15 will miss, and a 22.
So 2 of them hit me.
All right, you take 19 more fire damage as 2 more splatter off of the runes, which kind of like project themselves up and defend you.
Ouch.
But then the tenants show up, and you point to the roof, and you can hear like the forms dispersing. And you actually see a couple forms just kind of poof, poof, poof off the roof.
There's some people up there. They started hurling fire down here.
What's all this about? Are you all right?
It fucking hurts.
Get this man a healer.
No, don't use your magic. Save it.
He sends some guards up to investigate the roof. A little like healer comes by and begins like putting like ointment on you and wrapping your burns. Oh, these are pretty bad. Oh wow, I don't know how you survived this. These are some pretty bad burns. Wow, you must be really tough. You're very lucky.
Yeah, well,
this little halfling is just like mending your wounds.
We'll account it to luck.
Well, good for you. Oh wow. Oh geez. Just kind of wrapping bandages around you. Some time goes by. Some guards return and talk to the captain. And they come back. There's no sign of anybody up on that roof. Eyewitness reports that you were fired upon. Although, why were you flying in midair? And how were you doing that?
It's just something that I was born able to do. I just saw some people up there, and I thought it was one of my friends.
Make a deception check.
Prank is my friend.
What's your passive? Sorry.
Quiet, Spoot.
dirty 20.
Excellent. Oh, well, I suppose that makes sense. Takes all kinds, I suppose. Well, I hope it wasn't one of your friends who shot fire at you. That's not a very good friend.
I mean, I would hope not.
Oh, indeed.
I did something. But I hope you guys can find out who's up there.
Well, there's no sign of anybody being up there, so we're going to have to find out. Hell of a way to end the celebration, though.
Yeah, I think I need a drink now.
Yeah. Do you need an escort back to your place of residence?
I mean, we're also waiting for one of our other friends. But I think with my friends here, I'll just kind of hang behind this big one. I'll point towards Defect.
He looks over at you all. Are you Defect or are you Disguise?
Oh, are
I'm
you
Defect.
not
Yeah,
Aiden?
Yeah.
Sorry, which are you?
Defect. Yeah.
He looks at you. He's like, oh. All right. Fine. Good enough. Are you all sure you don't want an escort or protection for the evening?
I think I would like to go back to the Black Pearl.
Oh, you're staying at the Black Pearl. All right.
Yeah.
Well, if we find anything, we will come there and let you know. But preliminary investigation doesn't reveal very much, although maybe in the light of day things will look different.
I mean, they shot fire at me, so I'm assuming they know magic.
Yeah, we're going to have to get a couple magic users up to look at this. A couple diviners and such not. But if that's how you want to do it, very well. We're going to cordon off the area. Take your statement and all that, and we'll figure it all out.
Sounds good. I mean, thank you for getting here in time. Really scared them off and...
Well, we're stationed around at events like this for just such an occasion.
Well, you're doing a fantastic job, and I appreciate it.
Thank you. Happy to be of service, of course.
Yes. Shall we try to go collect our other friend?
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
We should at least get within 120 feet of their last known location.
Meanwhile, Grig, you have done a complete circuit. And as you're kind of contemplating whether or not to climb up the wall or whatever, you hear a loud commotion and hear the shots of firebolts being sent. A sound you're very familiar with because you do the same thing.
Yeah. Fucking Bodo. All right. Well, I just think to myself, I guess that's one way to stop things. Hope they're not dead.
Yep. All right.
And I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
you
still invisible.
Run that way.
Still gonna keep watch. I guess I can move that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You make your way back there. You find the crowd, people were running, and then it seemed to be contained. And you see Nereus kind of burned up a little bit, talking to the guards as guards begin investigating the area and such.
Out of curiosity, while I'm invisible still, is anybody watching? Is anybody watching and following all of this?
Make a perception
check. Do I
check.
see anything?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm really bad at this. Oh shit! Nat 20.
Nice.
Who is watching all of this?
There are many people watching all of this. The crowd, there are a couple people fascinated in that I just saw an accident occur on the highway kind of way. But there are also people who are more kind of concerned that somebody was just attacked by magic fireballs and seems to be okay. You also notice a couple of figures appear on the ground in the shadows, just kind of poof into existence from silvery mist, and then begin running down the alley away from everything.
Any identifiable features?
It is dark, so you don't get any too much. You just see that they are hooded and wearing dark clothing. But they appear to be tall, like human-sized tall.
Okay. And my friends are near me, right?
Yeah, they're about 30 feet away from you.
Okay. And that's all I notice? I just see those two figures.
Yeah, you saw two figures pop out. And you kind of look up, and you do actually see another figure kind of just barely outside your distance, just the ambient light of the many torches surrounding this area at the given moment. It seems like someone of humanoid form is flying in another direction.
Okay. Great. I am going to sidle up to my best friend, and I am going to whisper, two of them just went down the alley over here to your whatever direction is correct description.
Mm-hmm.
But I am pointedly not making it a message so that I can sort of follow down the alley a little ways. I'm going after them.
Okay.
I want to see if there's anything I can...
Yeah, you can easily slip down the alley. It is not the alley immediately adjacent to the building, so not too difficult to do. You get down there and make a survival check to see if you can track these people.
Not 20 again.
Ooh.
I'm channeling my inner Adis.
Yeah, you find a couple pairs of well-made boot prints that has got to be these two people.
Did you put on the eyeliner?
I did not put on the eyeliner.
Legendary
just,
item now.
We took a deep breath and just I was like, all right, well, what do you do?
So you begin following these tracks.
Yeah.
And you run after them a good 20 minutes, and you can just you kind of catch up to them. You can hear them still running a ways from you. They've been stopping while you've just been running. They've been stopping and looking, and you've just been chasing and going after them. And you run and you run and you run, and you catch up to them. And you see two figures begin entering a kind of rundown little building. Rundown in the sense that the windows are shuttered and kind of boarded over, but the structure itself seems solid. And a third figure kind of drops from the ground and joins them, and then a fourth figure becomes visible next to them. And you can make a perception check. This is just an auditory perception check. 14. You hear them say, okay, the others got away. We're going to hide out here, and we'll have to get the gnome to try again tomorrow or something. We're going to have to figure this out. Yeah, all right. We'll have to figure out another way to do this. Who is that damn flying freak who did that? I don't know. Never seen him before. And they just kind of begin essentially bitching about a botched operation, and then head inside to this building.
Okay. Gonna hold this in my brain.
Mhm.
Are there any do I have a sense? I expect that I have a sense of where this is. Because
this is not an affluent area, but it's not the slums either. It's kind of lower end, but not quite slummy.
Okay.
But you know where you are, yeah.
Okay. And I could, in theory, get back here.
Mm-hmm.
Great. I'm going to sneak away for a while, and then I'll probably just book it back to where I last saw my pals. I don't know if they followed me or not, but I'll try to retrace my steps.
Cool, yeah. So you booked it, and then Nereus, that's kind of when you were like, oh, we'll just go back to the Black Pearl. The guards do allow you to hang out there if you want, or you can go back to the Black Pearl. It's up to you.
I did tell Defect what I was doing.
About to say, did anyone else see Grig dart away?
So
no, they were invisible. But Defect was told and could have conveyed to you that that was what was
Which I
going
would
on.
have done, yeah.
I think Spook would have suggested to keep an eyes on Grig then, and maybe on our way back. En route to Black Pearl.
So you're going to head back to the Black Pearl?
Well, I'm saying I would have suggested to follow Grig's direction a little bit after I heard that from Defect, unless Defect said otherwise.
No. I would have suggested we follow as well.
Casually.
Cool. Well,
Okay.
like the guard captain is kind of like looking at you as you like begin heading their way. I thought you were going to wait for your friend.
We think we left them somewhere different, maybe on a different corner. I got turned around. There's so many people.
Oh, make a deception check.
Come on, Spoot.
You got
Spoot.
this.
What are you doing, Spoot? This is not like you. You've been hanging out with Nereus too much. 10?
Yes.
All right. Well, if you're staying at the Black Pearl, it's that way, and he points in the other direction.
Oh,
So if you and your friends are staying there, then that's probably the way you need to go.
okay. Then Spoot will walk that way.
Right. You be careful. And he kind of watches you as you go, Spoot.
Perhaps once we're out of range from his vision, we can turn a corner.
Spoot's like,
Yeah.
gotta stop trying to do that.
Yeah, easy enough to do. It's not hard. He doesn't stop you from going. You get the sense with your passive insight that like he knows you like definitely just lied. He's just not sure why.
Spoot, we need to work on your lying.
I'm not sure why either. It just came out of my mouth.
Bad influence.
What's happening?
Ah, I need to pray.
So you kind of double back towards the general vicinity of the alley. Someone make a survival check.
I'll do that. I think I can do that.
Okay.
Maybe I should give myself guidance. just
Okay,
a bit.
all right.
Good.
There you go.
21 plus.
21, yeah. 21, you pick up the same, the boot prints. And you're able to follow after them in that direction. Are you, like,
Hey.
running full out, or are you just proceeding cautiously?
Spoot, can I steal some HPs?
The latter. Oh, yes. When you say steal, there actually is a spell for that. What do you... hang on, let me see how many spell slots I have left. Can I medicine check? This is totally going to distract me from walking cautiously.
Yeah, you can medicine check.
I guess I can just ask you, how bad is it? It looks bad. Did that healer offer any sort of healing?
Well, the ointment helps a little bit, but they weren't actually a healer. I
You're
just
gonna
figured it's best to look the victim and not use any magic at the moment.
Yeah. Wait. Well, I guess I can use... I don't have... I almost said lay on hands. Can offer you some healing word. It's not going to be much, though.
Listen, I'll take something. And I'll also... Thank you. I'll give myself 10 back as well.
Great.
If it's really bad before we get into scrap, now I'm holding on to a couple.
No worries, that puts me a little better.
Now we are cautiously following the direction of wherever Grig may or may not be now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
About 5 minutes, about 5 to 10 minutes goes by, and Greg, you see as you are returning to where you last saw your friends, you see them kind of tracking along, kind of Spoot checking out footprints and pointing in the way that you had gone.
Got a magnifying glass.
How far into the 1 hour of invisibility are we?
You are on the tail end of it now. You've probably got
Okay.
like mere moments left.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just let it drop.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Oh, hi.
Ah!
So today I learned that Gronk is okay, and I know where those people are. Do we want to go tonight, or do we want to know and visit them tomorrow? They're trying again tomorrow.
I mean, I would just rather get this over with.
Let's go in right now.
Okay.
Defect, hit them a little extra hard for me, please.
Absolutely.
Thinking back, listening to the voices, did I recognize any of them?
No.
Okay. I mean, Okay. I mean, we could be strategic. I told Gronk that somebody was going to try to break in. I imagine he's going to know what's going on. I wonder if we could work out a trade with him or something.
Do you think... Wait, who did you tell that he wasn't drunk? Only Defect?
Only
Yes.
Defect, yeah.
Okay, never mind. I don't know. I know nothing.
I mean, I also just said it out loud.
Oh, wait.
Gronk
just
weren't
now?
drunk.
Oh, well, if Spoo does know, then do we think he has any idea what could happen?
What do you mean, what could happen?
I mean,
he
if we
told
did...
him.
Why was he faking drunk?
I don't know. I don't know if it's faking. I mean, it's probably faking. I wonder if it has to do with the belt.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to, like, have all of the facts that it does that I wrote down and now I can't remember.
I'm sure I've got a note somewhere. Spoo pulls out their notebook.
Yeah, Amber is trolling the notebook as well.
And a tiny set of... I take off the dark vision glasses and put on a tiny set of glasses.
Some, like, pince-nez.
The tiniest, most delicate of pince-nez.
That's right.
Which somehow clamped to your snout as a turtle. Or a turtle.
That's
Exactly.
Green,
For some reason, I licked
enhancing
my-
and empower things. So, I mean, he's real strong and maybe has a good tolerance. So maybe it just makes it so that he doesn't get drunk, but he's pretending to be drunk because, he doesn't want to let on that he's got special powers.
Well, we also have a defect that you said has some powers now from the lake.
What?
Yeah, even Defect goes, what?
Didn't
the-
you
from
think
the
you found
lake?
one of those artifacts? That you had it?
Oh, yes. This necklace here. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yes.
Right. I mean, I don't know. Do you want to get in more guard trouble, or do you want to see how this plays out? And,
Well,
be there when it goes down and make the guards take care of it. I want to know the big bad. This seems like a crew that's hired.
I mean, possibly. I mean, they hired the prank.
They're talking about others got away too, and there are only 4 of them in there.
Well,
The-
it depends.
So-
Do you want to be discreet? Should we tip off the guards?
No, let's go in. Let's kill 3 and save 1 for questioning.
You just see Spoot's head drop a little.
Wait, Defect, I think that's the first time you've said that you wanted to leave something alive.
Spoot's just head
This is a weird
disappears into the shell.
Nereus puts the back of his hand on Defect's forehead to check if he has a temperature.
Oh my god.
You don't feel good.
This is all true. I don't know. I mean, my instinct is to know who the big bad is, but we can take them out. I don't want to stir it up too much because we want to catch whoever's doing it. And if others got away, then maybe they'll try again anyway, even with the gnome. Also, again, do you want guard attention? Because I don't want guard attention.
I've already got a bunch of god attention in this city.
Maybe
Oh,
just
yeah?
don't fly.
Maybe just don't what?
Fly.
I can't do that again today. Yeah. It's a one-time deal.
That was very cool, though.
Thank you. It's a little exhausting, to be honest.
I can imagine. I've tried flying. It isn't. Yeah, it's not easy.
I know I could find this place again if I needed to. So why don't we come back tomorrow? I don't think they're gonna leave. I think they think they're safe.
I would personally be better prepared tomorrow, but I could always consult the dominoes again.
I mean, if we do this tomorrow, maybe Spoot, if you remember any of the gods, once we get back to the Black Pearl, you can try to tip them off that there might be magically tip them off that there might be another attempt.
Actually, if we're even considering maybe going tomorrow, I could try something. I haven't tried yet, but I have a way I could perhaps commune with Farlane and implore him for some answers. Just have to think of very specific questions to present to him.
I mean, I don't know what your god's gonna know that we can't find out.
You may be right. They're not omniscient always.
I'm only inclined to wait because then we get to know more about who they're working for and why and what they're actually trying to steal.
I think that I agree with. I'm not going to say I think. I agree with Greg. I know I'm overly cautious, but in the meantime, we could check in with the wizard we left the dragon soul with, and perhaps even send a message to the wizard that is working on what's the word? Enchantment for us.
I don't know. Sure. I mean,
My
I don't
other-
know either way.
My other tip that I received recently was to visit the library, but I am sure that it is probably closed early tonight.
Yeah. I wish there was a way. Oh, hang on. No, I don't know if that would work. I want to watch them. But at some point.
One moment. I mean, I could watch them for an hour. I could send an arcane eye to.
Yeah, go watch.
I actually don't know if it can go through walls.
It can't go through walls, but it can fit through a space of 1 inch.
That's right. There it is at the bottom. So yeah, if there's like an open window, we could squeeze it in there, assuming no one can see invisible. I'm not entirely sure that that's not what's watching Defect. Sounds familiar.
That makes sense. I didn't know the name of that one.
Well, it's definitely a ranged spell with the concentration, so whoever's used that Defect, if that's what it is very close.
Really?
I have to be 30 feet away to use this.
Wow. All right.
30
Well,
feet?
Yeah. I mean,
That's
maybe they have a more
crazy.
powerful version of this. But...
Somebody's watching you. Don't look now, but we're all gonna die. Okay. Well, here. Let's go find out and make sure that they're not moving. Boot.
Oh, I'm so
Be
sorry.
easy.
When the spell is cast, they have to be close. There's no limit to how far away it can move from you.
Gotcha. Interesting. And it has been there and not been there a couple times. I feel like.
Well, if you want me to set up nearby and I can squeeze this thing in, I can watch and
Yeah, I think we find out more because they're deep in conversation. I just came back. They were just super talkative.
Well, now that I think about it, I actually will only get visual information, so unless I am suddenly very good at reading lips.
That's fine. If we know their faces, we can watch for them.
It's true.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's go. We're gonna sneak.
All right.
Anybody got a way to sneak? Like really sneakily?
You mean like Adis used to do?
Ugh, stupid
Don't
human.
think so.
Carolee does. Or not Carolee, Olive.
Olive. Yeah,
Oh no.
I know.
Olive, you're being awfully quiet tonight.
Indeed, she
Sure
is.
would love to sneak together.
Right? Alright.
I could make one of you a tiny animal.
Olive,
No.
it turns out to be a cardboard cutout of Olive.
Yeah, I think we sneak back close enough ish to the house and then we see, because if we know their faces, that'll be super helpful.
Okay, I need to be 30 feet away or I can cast it up to 30 feet, but then I can move it closer so we don't have to be standing right outside the door.
That's fine. I can get you. I can get you pretty close, I think.
Should I be casting a stealth check? Is that what we're doing?
If you guys want to sneak, then yeah, make a stealth check.
Very sneak, such sneak. Oh gosh, let's sneak.
Guidance sneak.
12. Oh, less sneaky than 1.
Oh my god, no.
Wait, we all sneaking?
Yeah. Spoot's the sneakiest. God damn.
19.
21.
So,
Nice.
Spoot and Nereus, you managed to like avoid like any noise making to reveal yourselves. Greg, you're pretty quiet and not making too much noise. Like most people probably won't hear you. Defect, you all begin stealthing towards this house. You're following along, and you kind of are about to round the corner, and you slip on a pile of piss and crash into a cart and a barrel, and there's a big crashing noise. And you see lights begin to turn on in various places, and people like poke their head out of windows. What the hell's going on? It's late. What the fuck are you doing?
I quickly call out, sorry, I am but drunk. I am
Ah, you fucking drunk.
alcoholic.
Just start meowing like a cat.
Meow.
Make a deception check.
I was just kidding. That wasn't.
Oh well, no. Let's see. Maybe
Oh my god.
no.
Oh.
Get the fuck out of here or call in the tenants, you damn loud bastard. Get out of here. What are you, some kind of shitty sneak thief? Well, you suck at it. Get out of here.
We're leaving.
No, they didn't hear us. Don't
They
say anything.
all looked out
They
the
only heard
windows.
defect.
People have
Oh.
looked out the windows, and like the first couple of people who yelled woke up other people who are now yelling. And now there's people being like, Mary, shut the hell up. Shut up, Rick. You go to bed. You go back to bed.
Out this chain reaction.
Rick, stop yelling at Mary.
God damn it. Looney.
God.
Looney, be quiet. And then a dog starts barking. Roof, 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 roof.
We should go now.
Needless to say, attention has been drawn.
Yeah. And how close are we at that point? Are we still a ways out, or are we?
You are
like, in
around the
neighborhood?
corner from the house.
Go back. Go back.
All right. Well, that was fucked.
I'm sorry.
Nah, it's
can
not
wait
your
some
fault. I
time.
didn't try to make you sneak.
We can wait some time and try it again, or I can try to cast the eye from here and see if I can just navigate it toward the house. You'll have to help direct me, though. I don't actually know where it is. Perhaps Grig can sneak in and help direct where to send it through like a crack or something, so I don't have to risk exposure getting too close. I'm assuming none of our stealth checks have held, right? We'd have to re-roll.
Oh
if we wanna-
shit! If I knew how to use spells, yeah. Okay,
Fireball.
let's try this.
Just hit the house.
Just burn the house down. No. All right, so we're gonna try this. We're doing this. All right, everybody go back. Spoot and I are gonna have an adventure, and we like leave the area where the people are yelling, and I'm gonna cast invisibility at 3rd level. Means that I can also invisibilize another creature.
Another creature?
Creature. Aspic words.
You ever seen
So
an
should-
invisible turtle? Neither have I.
So I'm casting this at 3rd level. Do the doing.
Mm-hmm.
Boot and I are invisible. The rest of you go back.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Do you
Stay,
also
you
need to
know,
roll stealth
near.
when you...
What?
Oh, well, never mind. I'm going to follow Grig's lead on this. I've never been invisible before.
Yeah, you can haul them along. It doesn't take you long to like round the corner around this big building, and like you see down where they are. It's kind of down a little alley and off to the left. Off to the left.
Hold on, but what are the components of invisibility? An eyelash encased in gum Arabic.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the
You know.
fuck?
Yeah,
Like you do.
like you do.
Grig's
Except
like,
that
hang
luckily
on,
I've
Scoot,
got
I
a
need one of
stick
your...
that I carved stuff on.
Yep.
So
Does it
really
have
what
to
it
be the eyelash?
is an eyelash curler I found that I just pinch his finger.
Great.
It's like,
The weirdest tool I can think of.
You just go up to Spoot and curl his eyelashes and he's invisible.
I'm like, wait a minute. Do I even have eyelashes?
No better. It's like a little comb. It's a tiny comb.
I'm so pretty. No one can see.
It's supposed to be like for like cleaning things, but I instead I just brush his eyelashes and it.
I was about to say a mascara brush that doesn't have like the mascara tube or anything on it. It's just
Right. It's actually just like a little bottle brush, you know, for fine machining because it's from one of my toolkits. But I just like brush my eyelashes with it every once in a while.
Sure.
Love that.
Jared is not down.
No, he's not.
It's you. You can do whatever you want. Like it's your magic.
Jared,
is over this
you're a player
episode.
too. You know
He
what
does
it's
not
like.
know.
No,
what we're doing.
I have given up tonight. I'm just here while the cats fuck off. That's all I'm doing.
It's been 2 weeks.
I know, and you're a disaster.
We have no idea.
When the
what we're
party
doing.
ruins all of the GM's plans in
I
2
mean,
hours.
That's just what happens in D&D. Like I should not make
Wait, you want
plans.
me to try to ruin his plans? Because I didn't even try.
Yeah, you did. Counterspell.
That's not even trying. I gave him warning.
I better say, in Jared's defense, he does know that he has it, and he does know Tanner.
Yeah, but Prank doesn't.
That's fair.
I'm not going to change. I'm not going to be that dick DM and change what the characters would do because I know your stat sheets.
No, you're right. You're right.
So, anyway, you round the corner. You see this kind of like rundown bit of house. What do you want to do?
We are going to say this is the house. We need to find a hiding spot so you don't turn visible when you cast.
We also need to see if we can find a little hole to sneak the eye in.
Oh yeah, I bet there's one. There's like keyholes.
Perception or investigate the house for holes in the wall. I don't know why I'm whispering to the DM.
Yeah, make
Wait.
a check. Make a perception check
Can I help?
or an investigation check. Actually,
Okay, good. Because that sucked.
And I'll help.
I'm going to use another of the knowledge thing so I can add 4 points to this because it's going to suck. Oh, and can Greg help on this? Yeah.
yeah, sure.
Hang on 1 minute. Oh, thank God you helped. I'm going to add a +4 to that. So that's 15 investigation.
Great. Yeah. It's not hard to find like a crack in a board, and that looks wide enough to send your arcane eye through.
Okay, with that knowledge, now we need to find a hiding spot so when I cast a spell, I don't become out in the open, right?
Yeah. You can just duck around a corner if you want.
Copy that. Okay, casting Arcane Eye.
Okay. So you cast your arcane eye.
I'm gonna pull a bit of bat for out of nowhere. I'm just kidding. I have a cleric symbol. So I can cast it out to 30 feet. So I suppose I could cast it where it has immediate view of the house. And then once I get the visual signal, I can move it. It says there's no limit as long as it doesn't enter another plane of existence. So I'll go back to where I saw the hole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you put it in.
See if I can squeeze inside and get a good view of the room and faces.
Yeah, inside you find a dimly lit room with about 6 people inside of it. All kind of talking. They're all dressed in black. A few of them have swords at their hips. Some of them just are robed and more slight of build. The sword and armor people still wear black cloaks. You see a couple of distinguishing tattoos. A couple of the sword wielders have tattooed their hands partially, if not mostly black. And they are all just kind of huddled and talking in very hushed tones, seemingly frustrated. But you can't really see, or you can't hear what they're saying, but you can see that.
I think so. I have an hour. I think what I'd like to do, it is concentration. So I don't know if I can relay information in real time feasibly to Grig, but maybe
you can still speak while you're concentrating.
Okay, talk through what I'm seeing as it happens, so at least another person is.
After about 20 minutes, they all begin to head up the stairs, and you can follow them up the stairs. They kind of break off in pairs and go into some rooms. You can attempt to sneak inside one of them if you want.
I think I'm starting to have a moral objection to following them into their bedrooms.
Oh my god, Spook.
Spook's just gonna say a little prayer in Aquan, and did I get enough? Like I saw faces too as part of this, or like.
Yeah, I mean it was dimly lit. It wasn't very brightly lit, but like you saw that it was nobody you recognized.
Copy. Thankfully, the eye does have dark vision.
Okay,
but I know,
great.
Yeah, I know that's still dark vision that has its limitations, but yeah, I'm gonna. I don't know. I can only pick a pair at a time. I guess I'll follow someone into a room.
Cool. Just make a spellcasting check for me. So D20 plus your wisdom. To see if you can sneak into one of these rooms before they shut the door.
D20 plus wisdom mod 23.
Nice. Yeah, so you sneak one of the eyes into the closest room as the eye floats in there. It's one of the robed individuals and one of the armored ones. 2 men. And they are like kind of still having a discussion as they like put down their hoods, and like the thinner roby looking guy has like a black tattoo just like over his eyebrow, kind of down his side of his face. But nothing too crazy. The other one has half of his right hand tattooed black. And they appear to be talking a bit as the one removes his sword belt and begins taking off his armor. The other guy helps him out of it. So that goes on for like 5 minutes. And once they get the armor off, kind of put onto a chair, they kind of begin getting ready for bed. Like, it's very obvious what they're doing. And they kind of get themselves ready. They like brush their teeth, I guess.
I'm sorry if I'm torturing you this.
And then they begin making out, and they turn the lights down low, but the eye has dark vision. And they climb into the bed, and
We're trying to.
Surely the door has a crack under it.
And Spoot invades their privacy in the most intimate of moments.
I knew this was a bad idea, Spoot says out loud.
What? What do you mean it's a bad idea? Keep watching.
Why does this always happen to me? Why does this always happen to me?
Find someone else. What are you talking about?
Oh, I should send Adis a sending message. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, that's the I will leave. I mean, for moral reasons, Spoot was already like, I don't think I should follow these people in here.
Yeah.
Did I is it crazy to think that maybe if I watched from them enough, I could read their lips a little bit through the eye? That might be a stretch.
No, lip reading is a specific skill that you do not have.
Copy that. Okay, well, the eye will leave, and I will kind of say while I'm hovering in the hallway, if I can get out with the eye.
Yeah, there's a crack in the door that you can probably fit through. This house is not very well maintained.
Fair enough. Neither is mine. I asked Crick, like, they're good. Everyone's gone to sleep. I think this is as far as this goes.
We've identified all 6. Like, I
told you, I mean, everything that I could see from them, and I'll give it another description of who was in that room with the tattoo eye in the hand. I mean, I could try to search the room if anyone's left any clues out.
Yeah, I mean, use it. Use the extent of everything, right? Use it
All right,
we're using it.
I mean, you've already got like a good visual on all of them between the dark vision and everything else that the eye has.
I get, yeah. I'll just do a sweep back through the house and see. I don't know. If this was like a Bethesda game, some dumbass would have left a note telling us exactly what their plan is. And
there are no, like, make an insight check, Spoot.
Just drag Bethesda like that.
Oh no! 10 with a natural 1.
Oh.
There is nothing here to give any indication about what kind of place this is. It could be their secret stronghold. It could be a flop house. It could be, a temporary thing. It could be... So one of them could actually live here. Like, this could be, like, their family's home. You just don't know.
Trespassing.
Yeah, you are.
It's a magical eye.
You have definitely broken their perceived barriers of privacy, though.
Yeah, Spoot's not sure it was the best of ideas after all. Yeah, I think that's it. I tell Greg, I can try to check out anything on the outside of the house. See if there might be any way, any info we can use to our advantage come tomorrow. I think I will do so, but unless Greg has an idea, I might be turning the eye off. How many minutes would I have left anyway?
You probably got about 15 minutes left. Well, probably 10 minutes. They made out for a long time.
As I banged my eye against the door.
Yeah.
What else should we do, Greg, before I call it back?
I mean, I guess you've seen what you can see. We have enough to identify each of the people, right? There are more of those people with black hands.
If I call off the spell, I will take out my notebook and write down as much as I remember from what I told Greg, maybe asking them any questions about the description if I gave it, and just try to give the most accurate.
Yeah. Easy enough to do.
That's all I got. Maybe we go back to the purple.
Yes, yeah, we'll go back to the gang.
Unless I saw anything on the outside of the house that seemed interesting in my last 10 minutes. But
sounds
just
like
a
they're
house.
gonna stay there, which is good.
So you all reunite and head back to the Black Pearl?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, and get in trouble there too.
All right. You make your way back to the Black Pearl. Nick, the tiefling, the rotund tiefling, lets you back in. He does kind of eye Nereus as he enters, though, almost as if he's contemplating not letting him in. But Classy Nick does let him in. And you enter and begin heading up to your rooms, and you hear a voice from behind you as you climb the stairs. Hello, lovies.
Hello.
I do hope you've had a pleasant evening. Nereus, my pet, I believe we need to have a conversation real quick before you retire for the evening.
Whoops.
Yeah. Do you want us to pay you for the rooms, or should we go pay the bartender?
Oh, of course, you can absolutely pay Pastel. They'll take care of the rooms, but I really do just need to have a chat with old Nereus here, if you don't mind, lovey.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. Whatever.
Of course.
Thanks.
Of course, you four have a glorious sleep, and I'll just keep Nereus a moment longer. And as you all pay for your rooms, 5 gold, and head up the stairs, you see
Nereus
that...
looks visibly terrified.
Yes, you see Captain Sparkiero sit in a very comfortable chair and indicate that you should take the one opposite her. And she says, "Why don't you sit down, lovey?"
Yes.
And that's where we will end tonight's episode of Nuuli Forged.
Dun dun dun. Sorry I ruined all of your plans, Jared.
You didn't ruin my plans, you ruined their plans.
All right.
Like, it's fine with me.
We will see when a dragon attacks the city next week.
Yay!
Hey, who knows? Who knows what they're doing? It's gonna be crazy.
Who knows? Well, yeah, anyway, we have some talking to do, dear Spoot.
Yeah, you'll have to figure out what's going on, what, when, and where, how, and why. But until then, thank you all for joining us this week here on Nuuli Forged. Big shout out to Fumble Folks for giving us a glorious raid of 12 people. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Hope some folks stuck around and enjoyed themselves. Thank you, Ives Got It. At least he can offer info on the people breaking into the place. That's true. We'll see what goes on. In the meantime, let's go around, say our goodbyes, and I'll figure out who we're going to raid tonight. Let's start up in this corner with Spoot.
All right. Thank you for watching. I've been Matt playing Spoot as usual. And yeah, thanks for coming along for this wacky ride. I'm really bad at plugs as usual also, but we've had some new episodes of Mid-Level Adventures brewing. We started cooking. And hopefully more on that to come.
Excellent. And hopping on down to Nereus.
Almost started speaking while muted. Tanner, I play Nereus. I forgot who I am. Thank you for watching and watching me fuck up Jared's plans.
Hopping over to Greg.
That's me. I'm Amber, and I was playing Greg, the Goblin Artificer. I'm gonna do the social media. You can follow at Nuuli Forged, NUULI, on the Twitter and the Instagram thing, and the Book of Faces, and YouTube. If this is your first time watching, all of our previous episodes are available on the YouTubes. Please to join, like, subscribe, do the things that the internet tells you to do.
Glorious. Wonderful. Well done. And up to Defect.
I've been Mike. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you all next week.
Glorious. And I am Jared. I've been your humble dungeon master here on Nuuli Forged. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. It's very nice to be back. Indeed, as Matt said, we actually have had 3 episodes of Mid-Level Adventures become available on YouTube. 2 episodes on Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, a source book, and most recently, one about dragons, which we did record before Fizban's Treasury of Dragons came out, so spoiler, some things have changed, but we'll talk about that later. In the meantime, feel free to check that out, and be kind to each other, be safe, watch out for one another. We're going to raid Kirik the Orc, because Kirik's a cool individual. So we're going to raid him. Happy Pride to everybody, whether you are an ally or a member of the Alphabet family. We hope that you are in a happy place, and take care of yourself, take care of one another, and be cool, be nice, be chill. We will see you back here next week, next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because we got rid of daylight savings. So Standard Time. Remember to use the hashtag you've been, or not the hashtag, but let Kirik know you've been newly rated. I've got it. Thank you. You can copy that message right there and let them know. So thank you all very much. We will see you next week. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.